So definitely a bit of value at about 78 ringgit a win and 17 ringgit a place. Followed by number 2. Of course, that is Perfect Run, the current favourite, trading at 12 ringgit a win, 5 ringgit a place, as the starter's light is flashing. Followed by number 2. Of course, that is Perfect Run, the current favourite, trading at 12 ringgit a win, 5 ringgit a place, as the starter's So the lights flashing for the first race of the afternoon. A warm welcome to all of our viewers to the Selangor Turf Club. We're on track 2 for the first race and +4 as the rails moved out slightly. I'll be in the commentary box for the first 4 races, and then Mark Lattimore will be in for races 5, 6 and 7. Of course, we've got the team downstairs with Magdalene and Bob, who will be here throughout the course of the afternoon giving us all the tips and the previews as the runners are milling about behind the starting stalls. And if you have just joined us, just a reminder, late scratching with number 5, Candy Rain, who has been withdrawn from the first race of the afternoon, no longer takes part. The favourite is number 2. There's Perfect Run from the Richard Lyons stable, currently trading at 13 ringgit a win, 5 ringgit a place. Finished 8th in his last start, lame near 4, so certainly a bit of excuses for that latest start. Penultimate effort, finished second behind JB Kinder, and the winner was too good on that occasion, was beaten 1 1/4 lengths, over 1200 metres. And now over 1150 should certainly be a huge runner here. Drops in class, has been running in 5As, now in a 5B. And with the 2 kilograms off the bat, number 2, Perfect Run, this 12-year-old son of Oratorio, certainly has strong winning claims. But is starting to drift slightly as there's money for number 3, Superior Coat, the former Singapore galloper. We're having his local debut here. Most of his runs have been on the poly track back in Singapore. But of course, in the recent weeks, we see how well these Singapore runners in the first start in Malaysia, how forward they are, and certainly wants to follow in their first couple of starts. And number 3, Superior Coat, has now taken up favouritism, trading at 12 ringgit a win, 6 ringgit a place, as number 2, Perfect Run's drifted out to 16 ringgit a win and 5 ringgit a place. A bit of money coming from number 10, Aragon Pegasus, who is back from a break. We're running first up here. Was a winner in his last start, went up £4 in the ratings. As the runners are starting to load up for the first race of the afternoon. Hazard was the first runner to move in. New Garden steps forward. I think the jockey of Safe Journey will be waiting in the starting stalls, and they'll bring Safe Journey forward. So number 3, Superior Coat, still holds favouritism, now 11 ringgit a win, 6 ringgit a place. And there in picture is the favourite, number 3, Superior Coat, who is the next to move forward. Moves in. Also a bit of money for number 1. Be Captain Legacy with Bernardo Pinheiro, the jockey aboard. Trading at 21 ringgit a win, 6 ringgit a place. As the handler's now working with number 8, Safe Journey. Just been a little bit troublesome behind the starting stalls, but has moved in quietly now, so Safe Journey is locked and loaded. As we're still waiting on triple 1-star Aragon Pegasus, as well as Captain Legacy Running Spirit and Perfect Run to complete the lineup. The first of 7 races here. Running Spirit moves in. In the late male selection is number 1, Captain Legacy. As we're not far away from the start, triple 1-star steps forward. Favourite number 3, Superior Coat, 11 ringgit a win, 6 ringgit a place. 3 runners left to load. The hood goes on Captain Legacy. Just shies away at the first attempt. It's now bundled up. Has now moved in. Just 2 runners left to load. Perfect run, steps forward. And Aradon Pegasus into that wide starting stall to complete the field. Aradon Pegasus moves forward. We're set for a start. Race 1, Selangor Turf Club. Track 2, flags up. And they're sent on their way. From the 1,150 metre mark, and Triple One Star was slow into stride, already gets a few cracks to the whip to try and stay in touch with the speed. Aradon Pegasus pushes forward from that wide draw, shows some good early pace and goes up to lead the pack, followed by Nude Garden. Also right up there in a handy position is Superior Coat, who races just on the inside of Hazard, then a breakaway of 2 lengths in running to Safe Journey, settles back midfield, racing about 5 lengths off that leader. 3-length breakaway in running, we go to Captain Legacy, followed by Running Spirit, and last of all, after that slow start, is Triple One Stars. They make the way into the turn with just on 600 metres left to go. Aradon Pegasus, the sole leader, racing just a length ahead of Captain Legacy, who's racing away in second. Then comes Nude Garden in third. Racing on the outside, we've got Superior Coat with Nude Garden. Further back to Safe Journey as they take the angle in to the top of the straight. 300 left to go. Now Captain Legacy pulls on the pressure, moves up to challenge Aradon Pegasus and shoots clear. Captain Legacy in front, out the pad chasing Nude Garden. Down towards the inside, we've got Safe Journey, but in front still, it's Captain Legacy who holds strong. He's game, he's gutsy, he's full of running, and Captain Legacy is going to come home to win it. Second place, Safe Journey, gets close for third and fourth between Aradon Pegasus and Nude Garden. Further back, we had in running was Superior Coat, but no doubts here about the winner. Number 1, Captain Legacy. Quickens up smartly, coming off the top of the straight. Out in front was Aradon Pegasus, who pushed forward from that wide draw. Went to set the fractions, but number 1, Captain Legacy under Bernardo Pinheiro will come in to win the first race of the afternoon. Wins in good fashion. So waiting for the camera to roll it. In picture number 1, Captain Legacy the winner, followed by Safe Journey as that second placing. Third and fourth will get very close between Nude Garden and Aradon Pegasus. We'll probably have to wait for the photo finish and confirmation for that, but number 1, Captain Legacy in the winner's box here. Second place, number 8, Safe Journey. Third and fourth, I think third will go to Aradon Pegasus, that's number 10. Followed by Nude Garden, who's just in behind those, number 6. So 1, 8, 10, 6 will make the call for the running of the first race. Number 1, Captain Legacy, becomes a 2-time winner from the 9 local starts here. Bernardo Pinheiro with the jockey aboard for the K and Nathan stable. Finished 7th in his last 2 starts in Class 5A's, dropped to a Class 5B, and comes home to win in good fashion here in the first race of the afternoon at the Selangor Turf Club. And will be led straight into the winner's box as we have the quick replay jumped from the outside gates. A very slow start for Triple One Star, probably ignored this run and was never really in contention. Aradon Pegasus went forward to go and set the pace. Captain Legacy settled just in behind that, and when they turned for home, Captain Legacy had a smooth run in transit and quickened up best of all in the closing stages. The second place was number 8, Safe Journey from the Tanya Powell stable for the Rich Uncle owners. Third, I made number 10. That would be Aradon Pegasus. It's from the WC Lim stable for the Zarina owners. And fourth is number 6, Nude Garden from the Richard Lyons stable and owned by Richard Lyons as well. So that's why I made the provisional call. We're still waiting for the confirmation of those results to be posted up. But the winner, number 1, Captain Legacy, went off at 21 ringgit a win and 6 ringgit a place. And that's the proceedings here for the first race of the afternoon as we wait for confirmation. And it's up now 1, 8, 10 and 6. So 1, 8, 10 and 6. Provisional results here for the first race of the afternoon at the Selangor Turf Club. descent on their way. From the 1,150 metre mark, and Triple One Star was slow into stride, already gets a few cracks to the whip to try and stay in touch with the speed. Aradon Pegasus pushes forward from that wide draw, shows some good early pace and goes up to lead the pack, followed by Nude Garden. Also right up there in a handy position is Superior Coat, who races just on the inside of Hazard, then a breakaway of 2 lengths in running to Safe Journey, settles back midfield, racing about 5 lengths off that leader. 3-length breakaway in running, we go to Captain Legacy, followed by Running Spirit, and last of all, after that slow start, is Triple One Stars. They make their way into the turn with just on 600 metres left to go. Aradon Pegasus, the sole leader, racing just a length ahead of Captain Legacy, who's racing away in second. Then comes Nude Garden in third. Racing on the outside, we've got Superior Coat with Nude Garden. Further back to Safe Journey as they take the angle in to the top of the straight. 300 left to go. Now Captain Legacy pulls on the pressure, moves up to challenge Aradon Pegasus and shoots clear. Captain Legacy in front, out the pack chasing Nude Garden. Down towards the inside, we've got Safe Journey, but in front still, it's Captain Legacy who holds strong. He's game, he's gutsy, he's full of running, and Captain Legacy is going to come home to win it. Second place, Safe Journey, gets close for third and fourth between Aradon Pegasus and Nude Garden. Further back, we had in running winning margins are up 3 1/4 lengths by half a length by a short head. And it's all clear in the results. 1, 8, 10 and 6 with a winning time of 1 minute 0. That'll be 1 minute 08.4 is the official time. So 1, 8, 10, 6. Winning time 1 minute 08.4 seconds.
So it's all clear for the official results of race 1. And number 1, Captain Legacy, pays 21 for win and 10 for place. Safe Journey, 21 for a place. And Arrogant Pegasus, 11 for a place. So 1 and 8 pays 23. 1 and 10 pays 12. 8 and 12 pays 49. The trifecta, 1, 8 and 10 pays 1,341. The trio, 1, 8 and 10 pays 941. Captain Legacy winning by 3 1/4 of a length at a time of 1 minute 08.4, followed by Safe Journey, Arrogant Pegasus, New Garden, Superior Coat, Hazard, Running Spirit, Triple One Star, and Perfect Run. So starters and runners for race 2 for the 1,020 meters in track 2. Starting time at 2:45. Number 1 is Olivia Khan, apprentice Azizi -1 gate 2. 2 famous name O Chavez +7 gate 10. 3 Golden Man HK Chang -1 gate 5. 4 Bucephalus B Pinero -4 gate 9. 5 Steel Cutter apprentice M Itihar at +16 gate 3. 6 Miracle Star as Zulfikri +2 gate 6. 7 has been scratched. 8 Kabira's Chief apprentice I Fikri -6 gate 8. 9 Matilda as Rosaini +4 gate 7. 10 Small Chili +2, AK Lim at +2 gate 1. 11 Counter Attack apprentice Clyde Leck at -11 gate 4. 12 has been scratched. 13-2. Well, here's a look at media selection. Iris will go for 1, 8, 9. Eagle Eyes 1, 5 and 9. Here's a Levican finishing up second.
So Billy Elliott, the gate's about to open up for the favourite, and here he comes inside the 200, and he went to the lead from Oudwood and Oliver Kahn, who's coming back. Billy Elliott striding away though. It's Billy Elliott clear. It's a stable double coming up, and home goes Billy. Billy Elliott wins by a length and 3/4. Oliver Kahn ran second. Third was Oudwood. Then Global Army, Kiwi Kid, Rahutu, Colonel.
Here's a look at famous name. So here's Bucephalus on the inside. Here's a look at Small Chili as the speed leader, followed by Cabarrus Chief, Lucky 39, Bucephalus. Well, the exceptional weight difference is Steel Cutter, horse number 5 plus 16 in kilos. Well, here's the claims for race 2. And number 1, Apprentice AZZ claims 2. 5, Apprentice Itiha claims 3. 8, Apprentice Ifikri claims 2. 11, Apprentice Clyde Leg claims 2.5. And 9, S. Resigni will be riding 1.5 over. And 10, AK Lim will be riding 1.5 over. So here we are in the parade ring for the start of race 2. Race number 1 is Olivia Khan, who is well placed in the gate. Well, he's come in as a favourite here at 10 for win and 5 for a place. Well, he was not disgraced when he was placed second to Billy Elliott by 1.5 lengths. Will be shouldering the top weight here as he takes 2 kilos off. and definitely looks well with himself, and each way chance here.
As we move along there, number 2, Famous Name. Now, didn't have a great deal of luck last start. Mind you, I don't think was going to be in the finish over the 1600 metres, going back to the 21st of July. Goes back to the sprint trip today, more suited over the middle journeys. It did run 4th over the 1150, going back 4 starts ago, but currently on unwanted in the markets this afternoon there. Famous Name at 200 plus. Oscar Chavez retains the ride. Also has the wide draw to overcome.
3 here is Golden Man. Golden Man HK Cheng takes the ride. He was 6 lengths where he to the leader and to the winner. So Uptown Girl was the winner on that occasion. So he's been down in class here. He'll be definitely a horse to watch out for. This is Golden Man, but 118 days since his last start. He looks like he would need this run to sharpen him up.
Number 4 is Bucephalus from the yard of Simon Dunderdale. He's only had the 3 race starts. He's returning from a bleeding attack, and that was sustained back on the 17th of March when finishing midfield in the race won by Flaming Phoenix. Went down on debut by a short head going back to the 21st of January this year. Did show a bit of ability there in its early preparation. Coming up for start number 4 locally. We'll see how it fares first up. Was untested in the recent trial there. Bernardo Pinheiro going for an early double aboard number 4. And that is Bucephalus.
5 here is Steel Cutter, who was wide throughout in his last start. Finished home just 4.7 lengths to first bowl. I think he can make amends. He will be one for big odds, 149 for a win and 54 for a place. So this is one definitely for the adventurers. He's been running on track 2 in his recent 6 starts, so he's well versed with this track, and I think he may be one to follow here.
We'll move along to number 6 there, Miracle Star, the maiden performer, and went around in a restricted maiden last start. Had every chance, finishing 3rd in that restricted maiden at Ipoh, going back to the midway part of last month. We'll go to Miracle Star in a few moments. We'll move along towards Small Chili in the meantime on screen. Number 10, Small Chili with AK Lim aboard, does draw the pole. But, gee, I think this form has really tapered off in recent outings. Has got some early pace, but that's about it. I think not going as well as it was earlier in its career, after chalking up about 6 minor placings from 28 local starts, but was very disappointing when racing on speed in the race won by Kabira's Chief last time out, and that is number 10, Small Chili, at around 200 plus on the win line.
9 here is Matilda. Matilda, as Rosini takes on the right, played bridesmaid to Martin VJ by 1.2 lengths. Has to overcome the wide gate of 7. Nevertheless, I think one for the place getters.
So that is the grey Matilda. She's in the market as well. There's a bit of early support there for the 9 Matilda. So a field of 10 going around here in race number 2 on today's program. Now on screen is number 8. This is Kabira's Chief, the recent winner, coming off a 1,020 metre win 2 runs ago on the track 2, and was placed 3rd at this track and distance last start. It's in the market too there, Kabira's Chief, at the 13 and 5. It has drawn a fraction deep this afternoon. Ifikri retains the ride, has had 2 rides on the horse for the 1 win, 1 placing. That is the 8, Kabira's Chief. Okay, we've got the selections on screen for you, and Bob Turner, he's going with number 6 on top, and that is Miracle Star, to break the maiden tag over number 1 Oliver Kahn and also the 4 Bucephalus, 614 from Bob Turner. Now my selections, I'm going with number 1 Oliver Kahn, the horse racing very consistently this campaign, looking to break back into the winner's stall, runner up to Billy Elliott last start. Bucephalus, one to watch first up from the yard of Simon Dunderdale, of course, was placed at its local debut earlier this year, coming off that bleeding attack. And also number 3 Golden Man, still yet to win locally, but hasn't been far away, and first up this afternoon, has won previously first up there, Golden Man, when it was racing in Singapore. So we'll see how it fares on its resumption to racing. So 1, 4 and 3. Magdalene, your thoughts?
Well, I'm going with one that is number 8, Cabrera's Chief, already having 7 wins under his belt here. I think his last start probably should be given a second chance there, where he took the lead but just got down by 1.2 lengths from the post to Martin Vijay, who paid huge odds on that occasion. Well, I thought in speed-wise, he'll probably easily get to the lead, or will be well seated behind a good leader there. And it will suit him here today, Cabrera's Chief. And number 1, Olivia Khan, who can reverse the form in his last start, where he came second to Billy Elliott. Also looking very well, Olivia. And 5, Steel Cutter. Number 5, so 8, 1 and 5.
The early favourite is number 1, just ahead of the 4. In fact, not a great deal between them. 1, 5 and 1, 4 and 8 your market leaders currently. And we'll head up to Devon Pretorius, who's up to call race 2. His selections there, Devon.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. Selections for race number 2. I've gone with number 1 here. Oliver Kahn looks to be one of the leading lights here, currently trading at 11 ringgit to win, 7 ringgit to place. Last time out finished second behind Billy Elliott. Penultimate start was a winner when he beat Pacific Prime by 2 1/4 lengths in a good nick of form at the moment. Stays off that 42 rating, and with Azizi on board, will claim those 2 kilograms off the back as well. So Oliver Kahn should be right there in the thick of things. Jumps from gate number 2 and certainly is a big runner here. Second place I've gone with number 9. That will be Matilda the Grey. Steps up in class. Last time out raced in a 5B. Now up into a 5A. Razani's the jockey aboard. Finished second behind Martin Vijay. It was a good run, and despite finishing second, continues to drop in the racing. So I think Matilda can certainly find a finish in the first 3 here. And my third selection was number 8, Cabrera's Chief, the 11-year-old from the Verappan stable, also up in class, now in a 5A. Victory to the jockey aboard, and will claim 2 kilograms off the back. He finished third last time out behind Martin Vijay, and was a winner in his penultimate start back on the 7th of July when he beat Washington by 3 1/4 lengths. 198 are my selections for the running of the second race of the afternoon. We're just about 2 minutes to race time here at Selangor.
Okay, thanks Devon. And looking at the market board, it's into red figures now. Oliver Kahn for the K. Ananthan Yard, and A. Azizi the apprentice having a good season. He's ridden 26 winners, a personal best, and currently second on the jockeys table behind S. Razani at the moment. So he's into 8 and 6 there, the 1, which is Oliver Kahn. 2-time winner from 11 starts, and runner-up to Billy Elliott over this track and journey at his most recent outing. Now, number 4, Bucephalus, first up for the Simon Dunderdale stable. Did show good form when last in work, the 4-year-old, placed on its local debut. It went down by a short head behind another handy performer there in Starlight Glimmer. It is starters up too, by the way. So Bucephalus given a chance as well. He's on 25 on the win line. First up since sustaining that bleeding attack back on the 17th of March. Now the third pick in the market looks to be number 9, and that is Matilda, the grey mare. She was coming off a second to Martin Vijay last time out over this track and journey back on the 21st of July. And at a similar quote is the recent winner, number 8, Cabrera's Chief. His wins are pretty well spaced, though, Cabrera's Chief. Led and was run down eventually over this same journey last start in that same race won by Martin Vijay. So he must be given a good chance as well. but Oliver Kahn attracting most support. The big pool of money going on to the toppy here. Oliver Kahn, the 4-year-old, he's been racing in very good form this time in and looking to atone from his last start defeat. Draws well into barrier number 2 as well. Okay, we'll head upstairs to Devon Pretorius, who'll be coming up for the call of race 2.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. The light is flashing and the loading process should be underway shortly as the runners are still milling about behind the starting stalls. Of course, counter-attack was the emergency acceptor, has moved into race here with there's 3 scratchings of Lucky 39, Always Innocent and Miracle Captain, all of numbers 7, 12 and 13. And the favourite still number 1, Oliver Kahn, trading at 8s and 7s. Second favourite, number 4, will be Bucephalus, it's at 25s and 8s. Then number 8, Cubera's Chief at 33 and 7. And number 9, Matilda at 32 and 9 is also starting to attract a bit of support here. But the money's all on number 1, Oliver Kahn, from the Ananthan stable. As mentioned, second in his last start behind Belly Elliott. Azizi aboard now, claims the 2 kilograms. Never received a penalty for that win and should be held in high regard here in a runner, certainly. From gate number 2, if he jumps on pace, should be the one that we'll have to beat here. So we still probably have a bit of time left to go. Not a great amount of support for anything else in the market at the moment. Number 4, Bucephalus, is Net's best. Bled last start, as mentioned downstairs. It may just need the run. Did pass at the barrier trial back on the 30th of July. And he trialled and finished 4th behind Perfect Brands on that occasion. That is from the Simon Dunderdale stables. The first runner to move in is Small Chili. The loading process should be underway now. The field of 10 runners for the second race of the afternoon. We're still on track 2, with the rail being +4. We're over 1,020 metres here in this Class 5 event. Steel Cutter, the next to load. Moves in. Oliver Kahn just drifting ever so slightly out of the in the market at the moment, currently trading at 9s and 7s, and the late mail suggestion is number 1, Oliver Kahn as well. Next to move in is Miracle Star. And there's no real support for any of the other runners here, so still Oliver Kahn that's holding favouritism as Matilda moves in, the one of 2 greys in this race. Cubera's Chief. And we're still waiting on Golden Man, Counter-Attack, Bucephalus, Oliver Kahn and Famous Name to complete the field as Bucephalus now steps forward. And the rain starts to come down here at the Selangor Turf Club. It's a beautiful morning. There was expected showers later on in the afternoon. Famous Name moves in. Now for the turn of Counter-Attack. Steps forward. Oliver Kahn, the favourite at 8s and 7s, moves in. Now for the turn of Golden Man to complete the field. Golden Man with the hood on. Gets bundled up. Now moves in. Hoods off, flags up. And away they go from the 1,020 metre mark. From that inside gate, Small Chili completely jumped the starting stall as well. Gone straight to the front and shows good pace. 2 lengths clear early on. Jubeira's Chief racing away in second. Bucephalus is in search for a better position on the outside of runners. Then comes Steel Cutter, the white sleeves, red and white cap, racing 7 lengths off the leader as Small Chili's on a mission, goes extremely fast out in front. Further back in the field is Miracle Star, racing just in behind those is Oliver Kahn, who's easily got a dozen lengths to make up at this stage. Counter-attack Matilda. Then comes Golden Man and Famous Name, and it looks like Matilda's run off the track here as they turn for home with 400 metres left to go. Small Chili still has a healthy advantage, 3 lengths clear. Bucephalus is in hot pursuit up on the outside of runners. Then further back in the field we go to Cubeira's Chief alongside Steel Cutter, but now Bucephalus has picked up the lead with 200 metres left to go. Bucephalus in front, Cubeira's Chief out the pack chasing. Down towards the inside is Oliver Kahn with Steel Cutter. It's still Bucephalus, 2 lengths clear, and Bucephalus will win. Second place will go to Cubeira's Chief, Miracle Star in third, then came further back Steel Cutter, followed by Oliver Kahn, Famous Name, Counter-Attack, Golden Man, and completely run off the track was Matilda. Then came Small Chili, who after that good start faded in the closing stages. That's an early double for Bernardo Pinheiro. Winner of the first race will come home to win in the second race aboard number 4, Bucephalus, who quickened up smartly at the top of the straight. And will come home to win in good fashion. Number 4, Bucephalus, for the Simon Dunderdale stable, the Pavitra Gallop team here. The 4-year-old Bernardo Gelding will win well in the second race of the afternoon. The minor placings will run to Cubeira's Chief, number 8, I believe. Just ahead of Miracle Star, so 486. We're still waiting on that 4th placing. That will go to number 5, Steel Cutter. So 4865, the provisional results for the running of the second race of the afternoon. A top ride by Bernardo Pinheiro once again. He's on the double here at Selangor Turf Club. Small Chili went a million miles an hour out in front, and that allowed a pace to be set for Bucephalus. Stalked his every move, and when asked to quicken, quickened up smartly, and will now become a one-time winner from the 4 local starts here in Malaysia, as the rain continues to pour down here at the Selangor Turf Club track. So as you can see towards the inside, Small Chili broke out really well and just wanted to get on with things. Went straight to the front. It was easily 5 or 6 lengths clear of the next best horse at one stage. You can see Bucephalus slowly creeping up on the outside of runners to sit a little bit closer. And all the work was done by Small Chili, and Bucephalus was there to pick up the pieces. Second place will go to number 8, Cubeira's Chief. That's owned by F.F. Lee from the Sivan stable, ridden by Mr. Fikri. Third place will go to number 6. That's Miracle Star from the Richard Lyon stable, owned by the Shine stable, ridden by Mr. Zulfikri. And that 4th placing, number 5, Steel Cutter, trainer Mr. Sukri, ridden by Ekdr. So those are the provisional results for the running of the second race of the afternoon. 4865. I'll make the call for race number 2 at Selangor Turf Club. Flags up, and away they go from the 1,020 meter mark. From that inside gate, Small Chili completely jumped the starting stall as well. Gone straight to the front and shows good pace, 2 lengths clear early on. Jubeira's Chief racing away in second. Bucephalus is in search for a better position on the outside of runners. Then comes Steel Cutter, the white sleeves, red and white cap, racing 7 lengths off the leader as Small Chili's on a mission, goes extremely fast out in front. Further back in the field is Miracle Star, racing just in behind those is Oliver Kahn, who's easily got a dozen lengths to make up at this stage. Counter-attack Matilda. Then comes Golden Man and Famous Name, and it looks like Matilda's run off the track here as they turn for home with 400 metres left to go. Small Chili still has a healthy advantage, 3 lengths clear. Bucephalus is in hot pursuit up on the outside of runners. Then further back in the field we go to Cubera's Chief alongside Steel Cutter, but now Bucephalus has picked up the lead with 200 metres left to go. Bucephalus in front, Cubera's Chief out the pack chasing. Down towards the inside, Oliver Kahn with Steel Cutter. It's still Bucephalus. 2 lanes clear and Bucephalus will win. Second place will go to Cubera's Chief. Miracle Star in third, then came further back to Steel Cutter, followed by Oliver Kahn, famous name Counter Attack. Golden Man, and completely run off the track was Matilda. Then came Small.
So there's your margins on race number 2, 2 3/4 by a half, and the time is 1:05. 1:05 even the time after the running of race number 2. Division A of the Class 5, an easy win, Bucephalus. First up from the Bleeding Attack, has broken the maiden tag at start number 4 and continues the very good run for Simon Dunderdale. Weights are correct and all clear coming through now after the running of race 2. It's all clear on those placings 4, 8, 6 and 5. So Bucephalus winning with the win line showing 29 for the win, 5 the place. Okay, standing by for the tote dividends, and here they are. Number 4, Bucephalus, giving Bernardo Pinheiro an early double. 29 for the win, 6th the place. Cabrera's Chief 11, Miracle Star 26, Quinella 23, the QPs 4 and 8 6, 4 6 paid 17, 6 and 8 37, Trifecta 607, Trio 126, and the forecast 4 is a jackpot. No winners there, and Bucephalus winning from Cabrera's Chief, Miracle Star. Steel Cutter, Oliver Kahn, who looked a bit tame up the home straight. Famous name, Counter Attack, Golden Man. Small Chili, the early leader, and Matilda.
So starters and runners for race 3 over the 1250 meters short course at 3:15. Number 1 is Tao Keso, apprentice Aina Zay at +1 gate 2. 2 Ironclad WW Cha +3 gate 9. 3 Legend of the Sun Sulim at +2 gate 8. 4 Wisfis B Pinero -1 gate 1. 5 Empathic as Zulfikri at +1 gate 6. 6 Pacific Thunder KC Tam +10 gate 3. 7 Thunder Al D'Souza +3 gate 7. 8 Tipping Point Apprentice Ifrikri -5 gate 5. 9 From the Navy Apprentice Light Leg +7 gate 4. 10 Blakan KC Low at 480 gate 10. 11 has been switched. Here's a look media selection, and the eye race will go for 182. Eagle Eyes will go for 128. Here's a look at Wisfis, the horse in the outside, working out with Bucephalus, who has just won the earlier race. Here's a look at Pacific Thunder. Here's a look at Thunder. Here's a look at Tipping Point. Look at From the Navy and Tipping Point as your pacemakers, followed by Legend of the Sun, Wisfis. Well, here are the claims for race 3, and number 1 Apprentice Aina Zay claims 3, 2 WW Chia claims 2, 5 as Zulfikri claims 1.5, 6 KC Tam claims 1, 8 Apprentice Ifrikri claims 2, and 9 Apprentice Clyde Leg claims half. Number 2 here is Ironclad, who won very comfortably by 3.5 lengths, and coming from a gate of 10-9 here, well, I thought he would have to overcome that wide gate, but nevertheless the 2 kilos will be an advantage here today. Ironclad.
And this is Legend of the Sun, who's only had the 3 starts in the country and usually races on speed. It dropped away in the race won by Caristo last time out, drifting back in the ratings, and Desu Lim will take the ride. Has been given a freshen up since its last start performance when finishing 5 3/4 of a length behind Caristo. Placed behind Matt Smart, going down by half a length prior to that over 1,200 metres. He'll be carving across early there, Legend of the Sun, number 3, and can improve on recent performances.
Next is the Wizfizz. B. Pinero takes on the ride from pole position. I think with the rain here, I thought we will suit him with a little bit of give there with the track only on yielding track condition, and I think he will be trying to get to the early leaders, and I think I might just try to take it all the way here. That's Wizfizz.
Number 5, Emphatic, is resuming from a spell, has been off the scene since January of this year, and wasn't far away in those recent outings since winning a race over 1,200 metres here back in October. Has got a pretty handy first start record. In fact, it's had the 4 race starts for the 2 wins when produced first up, and only the 2 from 11 locally, so maybe one to watch first up. Emphatic trailed okay there Tuesday week ago. Emphatic from the Richard Lyons camp, and S. Zilfitri to ride the 6-year-old for the first time. That is number 5, Emphatic.
Here is number 6, Pacific Thunder. He was coming from a gate of 3, and here he is. He's just ran 1.7 lengths from Samantan Prince. That was on February early of this year, and probably would need this run here today, Pacific Thunder.
And we'll keep on the Thunder theme, and here is number 7, Thunder, for the Buffalo stable. Lawson Moy, the trainer, rider Lai D'Souza, closed off very well in that race won by Satria, going back to the 21st of July. Came from the wide draw on that occasion, came from about 3rd last of the 800 metres, and powered on strongly, finishing 3.5 lengths behind the eventual winner. So one to watch, 4th up in the country, that is Thunder, stepping up in the journey to the 12, or dropping back in journey I should say, back to the 1,250 metres. We'll see how it fares this afternoon, but a good chance to break through. That is number 7, Thunder.
Number 8 here is Tipping Point. Worked on well, as we did see the caption earlier on him. He's probably got can turn the tables around, and here he is over the 1,250 meters. Well, I probably would consider him for my place getters here today. Tipping Point.
Number 9 is From the Navy. This horse is due to break through here in the country. 4 placings from 7 Malaysian starts. He was heavily backed into odds on when finishing just outside the placings in that same race won by Satria, and beaten just under 4 lengths. That was over 1,400. He's back to 1,250 metres today. The blinker pacifiers have been added to the gear of From the Navy, from the yard of Joseph Leck and Clyde Leck to take the right. Well weighted with the 54 kgs there From the Navy. So drops back to the 1,250 metres. He's won 6 races over 1,200, so this distance range does suit the gelding, and looking for a forward showing there from number 9, and that is From the Navy.
And 10 here is Blakan. No recent form coming from that gate of 10. Probably has to dig out of his reserves here today.
Okay, so we've only got one horse to look at in the parade area, and that is Tau So, number 1, who has come up as the early favourite. So in the meantime, the runners are about to move on to the track for the running of race 3, Division A of the Class 4, over the 1,250 metres. We are on course A for the balance of the program.
Well, I'm going with horse number 4, Whiz Fizz, and I thought likely rested 18 days since his last start. Well, thought the track will be in favour of him. Pole drawn position. He'll and looks well with himself. And number 2, Ironclad, and 1, Tauke So. The favourite here at 10 and 5. So it's 4-1.
Okay, Magdalene, thank you. Bob is going with the first upper there, number 6, Pacific Thunder. It'll be interesting to see how he goes this campaign, but had very good success when last in work, including successive wins earlier this season. Number 1, the Main Danger, and that is, of course, the favourite Toke So, and also number 3, Legend of the Sun. 6-1-3 from Bob. I'm going with number 7, Thunder, on an each-way basis. I think can break through for the Buffalo camp. It's up into the Division A of the Class 4, but Lili D'Souza does retain the right. So number 7 on top, and that is Thunder. I thought the Main Danger is number 9 from the Navy. I think at the weights looks well in here with Clyde Leck to take the ride there on From the Navy. Of course, a beaten favourite behind Satria last start, and prior to that ran third over 1,500 metres, but suited back in journey today. That is From the Navy. And for third, I've gone with number 2, and that is Ironclad. Very consistent performer. He's rarely far off the mark. A moderate beginner, normally settles midfield, and powered home to score as a favourite last start when winning over the 1,300 metres back on the 15th of June. So coming off the short break there, that is number 2, Ironclad. So my selections in race 3 are 7, 9 and 2. Devon, your thoughts?
Oh, thank you very much, Mark. I've gone with 2, 1 and 8 for the running of the third race of the afternoon. Starting off with number 2, Ironclad from the Rich and Lion stable. Last start over 1,300 metres, he won, beating Trinity General, was backed into favouritism on that occasion. Won by 3.5 lengths. He did receive quite a big penalty for that when drawn up 6 points in the ratings. Winston Cheer, the jockey aboard, so he'll claim 2 kilograms off the back. He's in hot form at the moment. From his last 5 starts, he's yet to finish outside of the first 4. So number 2, Ironclad, if he can beat that wide draw, he has to be a runner with a big winning chance. Then I'm going with number 1, Tauke So from the Frank Maynard stable. Has finished 4th in his last 2 starts. Improving in his last 2 starts. Penultimate effort, beaten 4.25 lengths. Followed up that run with a 2.5 length 4th behind Majestic Way. That was in a Class 3. Now racing in a Class 4, a drop in class. Number 1, Tauke So certainly can be involved here in the money. And then number 8, Tipping Point. Second in his last 3 starts. Before that, he beat Happy Princess back in the 12th of the 5th earlier this year. So it's been 90 days since his last win. He's in a Class 4A up to 12.50 now, particularly with the jockey aboard. Model of consistency, not beaten too far last start when he was beaten 3.25 lengths. So 2, 1 and 8 are my selections for the third race of the afternoon.
Okay, thanks, Devon. A few winning chances here. Currently number 1, Toke So at the head of the markets there at 12 and 7 for the Frank Maynard operation. A Nazir, the apprentice, once again to take the right. He's won twice on the mare previously, Toke So, and that's her on screen there, Toke So. Back in grade today, back on the class downgrade, coming off a last start 4th in a Class 3. Prior to that, ran 4th behind Super Happy in a Supreme B contest. So the form lines do look impressive there for number 1, Toke So, and this mare going well this campaign. The second favourite, by the way, there's been good support for the Magdalene Male horse, number 4, Whiz Fizz, which has come into 14 for the Win stable, going for an early double. Bernardo Pinero's going for 3 from 3, and this grey given a very good chance first up here today, Whiz Fizz. The horse has won first up previously, and the 7-year-old given a very good hope with number 9, the next best, and that is From the Navy, who has been well supported in recent runs, the former Singaporean. Placed on 4 occasions from the 7 starts locally, and is now back into 26 for the win. Missed the third pick. The 4th pick is the consistent number 8, Tipping Point, who has recaptured its better form at its last 4 starts, including a victory at big odds back on the 12th of May. Starters up. So the runners are at the barrier and will be moving along very soon. The scratching, by the way, is the emergency acceptor there, number 11, Flying Darumi. So we've had 2 races down and we've had the opening race taken out by Captain Legacy. Bernardo Pinheiro taking the ride for Kayananthan and combining with Simon Dunderdale in the previous, with Bucephalus winning first up in race number 2 on today's program. So Bernardo Pinheiro going for win number 3 from as many races. He's got the ride on Whiz in race number 3 as we head upstairs to Devon Pretorius for the call of race 3.
Thank you very much, Mark. The off time, of course, is 3:15 here at the Selangor Turf Club. Now on the short course A, over 1,250 metres, and the runners are still milling about behind the starting stalls. Updates in the betting market. The favourite is still number 1, Tauke So. He's trading at 13 ringgit a win, 7 ringgit a place, followed by number 4, who's Whiz Fizz, who's trading at 15s and 6s. There's a breakaway, probably to number 9, who's next best from the Navy. That's trading at 29 ringgit a win, 7 ringgit a place. And then we have number 8, Tipping Point. He's finished runner-up in his last 2 starts. He's currently trading at 31 ringgit a win and 9 ringgit a place. So the battle for favoritism will continue between number 1, Tauke So, and number 4, Whiz Fizz. As the horses, I'm sure, will start to load up shortly. Of course, we've got 2 Thunders in this race, Pacific Thunder and Thunder. Quite well named for the little thunderstorm we had pass here just a couple of minutes ago. It looks like the clouds are starting to open up and the sun coming through. It should make for a good day of racing ahead. Of course, there's only 7 races today. Don't forget about tomorrow. So we'll be back here for a 9-race card at the Selangor Turf Club. A nice double header of racing in Malaysia for this weekend. There's number 1, Tauke So. It's just going on a walkabout in the market now. Currently trading at 14s and 7s. Still the favourite. Number 4, Tipping Point, not too far behind him at 16s and 6s. There's been support for number 9 from the Navy. It's now shortened into 23 and 7. Those are his odds for the 3rd race here. We are now past the starting time. And the runners are being called to load up. Whiz Fizz is the first runner to move in. So Whiz Fizz has moved into gate number 1. Field of 10 runners here. It's part of the Class 4 Division A, ratings between 44 and 61 over 1,250 metres. And the late male selection is number 4, Whiz Fizz. Still trading the 2nd favourite at 16s and 7s. It's number 1, Tauke So, still holding favouritism at 14 and 9. And Pacific Thunder was the next runner to step in. Next runner being called to load is from the Navy. battle it out in front for a clear leader. Further back to Pacific Thunder, who's forward is Balkan. That's with the red sheepskin noseband on the outside of Legend of the Sun. A breakaway of 3 lengths away to Thunder. Then comes Ironclad, who's one from last, and last of all is Emphatic, with about 8 or 9 lengths that separate the field as they make their way through the middle of the turn with just on 800 metres left to go. And out in front it's Tipping Point, who's won the lead, and he's gotten 5 lengths clear, half a length clear. On the outside of runners is From the Navy. The rails runners Whiz Fizz travels really well alongside Talke Soul. Then comes Legend of the Sun. Deep out on the track is Bolton, who's trying to work his way into the race. At the top of the straight it's Tipping Point that brings the field for home as the leader. Down towards the inside is Whiz Fizz. Up on the outside is From the Navy. Talke Soul needs a gap to open up. It starts to open up and it makes inroads. It's still Tipping Road, still in front. Down towards the inside is Whiz Fizz. In between those, we've got Talke Soul. It's a 3-way go. Tipping Point on the outside. In between them, Talke Soul, Tipping Point, Whiz Fizz. Talke Soul will get there. Talke Soul will win it from Tipping Point. Whiz Fizz will finish up in third. Deep route we had Thunder, followed by From the Navy. Further back to Emphatic, Pacific Thunder. Then further back in the running we had Legend of the Sun. A long way back to Ironclad and Balkan. What a finish and what a ride here by the apprentice A. Nazir, who manages to get home number 1 into the winner's box. Talke Soul will come home to win it. Just ahead of number 4, I think it was Whiz Fizz into that second place in third Tipping Point. We'll wait for confirmation for those minor placings from the judge, but a top ride here by the apprentice Nazir, who gets there on the line with a 3-way duel into the closing stages. At one stage looked like he wasn't going to get a gap, but she's game. She comes home to win. The gap opened up, forced her way through the gap down the inside, and Talke Soul will come home to win the running of race number 3, as we'll get confirmation on his minor placings now. Talke Soul, you can see, wins it. Second place will go to number 8, Tipping Point, followed by number 4, Whiz Fizz. So 184 looks like. That was the numbers that were shown there for half a second. I don't have the photo finish or anything here, so we'll just wait for confirmation from the judges. But in picture is the winner, number 1, Talke Soul. No questions about that. The 6-year-old mare by Shooting to win from the Frank Maynard stable. Becomes a 4-time winner from the 17 local starts here in Malaysia. We're still waiting on confirmation from those minor placings. So in the meantime, we'll just have a look at the replay. Talke Soul 2 from the right-hand side. You can see Whiz Fizz moved up alongside Tipping Point, and Talke Soul was always there in contention with the early lead. And now Tipping Point pushed forward to go and set the gallop, and that allowed Talke Soul a nice run in transit. So a few runners were just trapped on the outside here midway through the turn. Started to become a bit uncomfortable. But once again, I think we've seen a common pattern here today. So for runners that settle 2 lengths, maybe 3 lengths off the leader, those are the ones that have been quickening off best. And that could be something to follow in the next couple of races here until we end the race meeting. Number 1, Talke Soul, the winner for the Frank Maynard stable, owned by Frank Maynard. And after a drop in class, will come home to win. And this is where it gets interesting. You can see Talke Soul just in behind Tipping Point, and From the Navy down towards the inside was Whiz Fizz. You can see Nazir just ever so slightly guiding her towards the inside. The gap opened up, and she quickened home best of all in between runners. Number 1, Talke Soul, went off as favourite as 13 ringgit win and 6 ringgit place. And the results are up 1847. So 1847, the running of race number 3, 1847. Second place, number 8. That's Tipping Point from the Lawson Moy stable, owned by Mr. Singh. Third place was number 4, Whiz Fizz from the Simon Dunderdale stable, owned by KK Yi. And that fourth place in number 7, Thunder, also from the Lawson Moy stable, owned by the Buffalo stable. So 1847 is the results here at the Selangor Turf Club for race number 3. Flags up from behind, and they're racing from that 1250 meter mark, and the starters caught them in a perfect line. Towards the inside, Whizfizz broke out well as one of the early front runners alongside Tipping Point. Also right up there is From the Navy racing with Talcase Saws. They battled it out in front for a clear leader. Further back to Pacific Thunder, who settles back 3 lengths and running. On the outside of runners moving forward is Balkan. That's with the red sheepskin noseband. On the outside of Legend of the Sun. A breakaway of 3 lengths running to Thunder. Then comes Ironclad, who's one from last. And last of all is Emphatic, with about 8 or 9 lengths that separate the field as they make their way through the middle of the turn with just on 800 metres left to go. And out in front it's Tipping Point, who's won the lead, and he's gotten 5 lengths clear, half a length clear. On the outside of runners is From the Navy. The rails runners Whizfizz travels really well alongside Talcase Soul. Then comes Legend of the Sun. Deeper out on the track is Bolton, who's trying to work his way into the race. At the top of the straight it's Tipping Point that brings for field for home as the leader. Down towards the inside is Whizfizz. Up on the outside is From the Navy. Talcase Soul needs a gap to open up. It starts to open up and he makes inroads. It's still Tipping Road. He's still in front. Down towards the inside is Whizfizz. In between those we've got Talcase Soul. It's a 3-way go. Tipping Point on the outside. In between them, Talcase Soul, Tipping Point, Whizfizz. Talcase Soul will get there. Talcase Soul will win it from Tipping Point. Whizfizz will finish up in third. Deep route we had Thunder, followed by From the Navy. Further back to Emphatic, Pacific Thunder. Then further back in the run we had Legend of the Sun. A long way back to Ironclad. The winning margins are up for the running of race number 3, half a length by a nose, by 1 1/4 lengths. And those results have been 1847 with a winning time of 1 minute 14.6 seconds.
Weights are correct and all clear is up on race 3, 184 the numbers. We've got the all clear through. Talcase, the winner for A. Nazir and Frank Maynard, defeating number 8 Tipping Point and 4 Whizfizz. A good 3-way go. And 4th is number 7. Number 1, Talcase, 13 and 7. Tipping Point 10, Whizfizz 6. Quinella has paid 27. The QPs 1-8 paid 11, 1-4 paid 9. 4 and 8 paid 12, Trifecta 197, Trio 29, the forecast 4, somebody nailed the combination, 1, 8, 4 and 7, 2034 the dividend, and correct weight is up after race 3. Talcase winning by a very narrow margin over Tipping Point, Whizfizz, Thunder, From the Navy, then Pacific Thunder, Legend of the Sun, down to Emphatic, Ironcladded Balkan. Race 4 is the Division A of the Class 5 on the long course over 1,700 metres, 25k, 3:45 is the start time. And number 1 is Big Frank, Bernardo Pinheiro, down 4 from barrier 2, Elite Quartetto with Sali astride, plus 12 barrier 3, Mage, AK Lim, plus 6 and draws the 8. 4 Tilsworth Sydney to be ridden by SU Lim, plus 4 from gate 7, 5 Doge to the Moon, Clyde Lecker 11, up 11 kilograms, barrier 4, number 60 Great Magic, it's Shazman plus 2 from barrier 1, the 7 King of Glory, A. Nazir plus 3 gate 5, and 8 Tarzan M. Lookman down 6, barrier 6. I Race 134 and Eagle Eyes going 514. There's the speed maps and Tilsworth Sid speedsters in the event, and they should be showing out early. Big Frank normally races on speed. So race 4, no scratchings. That's coming up at 3:45.
So here are the claims for race 4. And number 5, Apprentice Light Leg, claims half. 6, Apprentice Ashasman, claims 2. 7, Apprentice Zain Azir, claims half. 8, Apprentice M. Lukman, claims 1. In the parade ring here for the start of race 4. Here we have Big Frank. Big Frank, who's already -4 in body weight, and there he is still struggling to find his best to elusive win. And he was not this great. Well, he was fourth in his last start, and well, he's well placed in the gates, and 1700 after 6 days backup. So here is Big Frank.
Yes, we'll see if he can break the maiden tag today, Big Frank. There's Elite Quartetto on screen, and he's coming off a short break of a few weeks as well, Elite Quartetto. Trialled well here recently. Form on paper doesn't look to be anything inspiring, and probably does need to really step up to the mark today, with Sali in the saddle, showing 100 plus on the tote at the moment. They're number 2, Elite Quartetto.
Next is number 3, Mage. Mage, who is 4 lengths in his last start to Aris Parker. I think he was not disgraced on that occasion. He has come to overcome that gate of 8, but over the 1700, I think it gives him plenty of time. He does look well here today, plus 6 in his body weight, and Mage, I think, might just be a danger here.
Next up is the grey mare, Tilsworth Sydney, the stable going for a race-to-race double, and Desi Lim retains the ride. Not a bad performance, although had every possible chance in the race won by Smart Racer there on Sprint Trophy Day in Penang back on the 28th of July, and prior to that raced on speed before dropping away over the mile. Now, was a mile winner 3 starts ago, so steps up to the 1700 metres for the second time today. Does Tilsworth Sydney, but is a reliable beginner and will be prominent for a long way. And Tilsworth Sydney at around 80 on the tote.
And number 5 here is Dodge to the Moon. Dodge to the Moon was a winner 2 starts back. That was over the 1600 meters. So, well, led almost all the way to come home third. So, I think maybe your place getters here at plus 11. He has been lightly freshened up here today.
Now, number 6 is D Great Magic, coming off a pretty handy trial during the week. Its form on paper probably below its best at the moment, but on best form is capable of proving too strong in a race of this type. Proven over the middle journey as well. It's won twice over this trip in the past. D Great Magic draws the inside. Improvement can be expected there from D Great Magic, but really does need to improve on recent form, and is coming off a last start unplaced effort there over the 1600 metres going back to the 21st of July, and not a great deal of early support there for number 6 D Great Magic.
Seven here is King of Glory. Well, this horse was in a real branch in his last start. I think he can be hard to gauge, this guy, but he looks well with himself here. Inazir Thicks on the right, and I'll give him a each way chance.
And number 8, Tarzan, another horse which is coming off some moderate form lines. His last win was going back 13 months ago for Tarzan, but is proven over the journey. In fact, he's won 3 times over the 1700 metres, and currently at around 86 for the win. But like I said, he really needs to step up to the mark to be competitive in this type of contest today. That is the 11-year-old Tarzan, the field of 8 on their way to the starting point for the running of race 4.
Well, I'm going with horse number 3, Mage. I think can bounce back into the winning circle where he has won over in Ipoh over the 1600 meters. 55 on his back, and I think he looks well. And number 1, Big Frank, trying to break that ice there. And number 4, Tilsworth Sydney. 3, 1 and 4. Over to you, Mark.
Yes, Mark here with Bob's selections. I'm going with number 3 on top, and that is Mage. To win from number 1 Big Frank, and also the 5 Doge to the Moon. 3, 1, 5 from Bob. I'm going the same trifecta, slightly different order, reversing the top pair with number 1 Big Frank on top, bursting to break the maiden tag. I thought had every chance here going back to last Sunday, but I think can improve on that effort. He was a beaten odds-on favourite there last week. Bernardo Pinheiro takes the steer on Big Frank, and of course Bernardo looking for an early treble. Aboard the 1 Big Frank. 3 Mage I think can bounce back to best form. Closed off nicely, finishing midfield over the mile last start. And the other horse has been a very consistent performer. Doesn't win too often though. Number 5 Doge to the Moon, of course, was a winner here in KL 2 runs ago and was placed behind RS Parker over the same trip last start. So my selections are 1, 3 and 5. Magdalene 3, 1, 4, and Devon Praetorius calling race number 4. Your selections there, Devon.
Thank you very much, Mark. Yeah, same trifecta of runners. I've gone 1, 5 and 3. Starting off with number 1, Big Frank from the Simon Dunderdale stable on a 1-week backup here. Of course, ran here last week, Sunday, where he finished 4th behind Mr. Big Brother, who was quite an impressive winner on that occasion. So, number 1, Big Frank, in a small field like this, I certainly think he's got strong winning claims and can finally shed that maiden tag after 22 starts so far. Second place, I've gone with number 5, Doge to the Moon. 3rd in his last effort, a winner in his penultimate start when he beat Famous Name, and obviously brings some solid form here. 2nd, 3rd, 1st and 3rd. Last 5 starts is yet to finish outside the first 3 runners. Clyde Letterboard, I think number 5 Doge to the Moon should be right there in contention if Big Frank manages to fluff his lines. Number 3 is Mage from with AK Lim aboard. Last time out finished 5th behind RS Parker, beaten 4 lengths, but last 3 starts has been showing consistent improvement from 10 lengths to 6 lengths to 4 lengths, slowly but surely coming about it, and I think number 3 Mage will certainly be right there in contention in the trifecta, but for me number 1 Big Frank, this is pretty much the race for him to win.
Okay, thanks, Devon. Yes, Big Frank, he is still a maiden performer. Looked a little bit plain in his run last Sunday. He's into even money, though. The Bernardo Pinheiro factor coming into play there with number 1, Big Frank. Mind you, he has been very competitive at Class 4 races as well, and having his 4th run back in Class 5 grade this afternoon, placed behind Air Boss 2 runs ago and ran 2nd behind Legend 92 going back to the early part of last month. So he's the favourite there at 11 and 6 is number 1, and that is Big Frank. So Simon Dunderdale, the trainer, going for an early double as well, with Bucephalus bouncing back to the racetrack in race number 2, breaking his maiden tag in fact. Bucephalus winning the 2nd. Okay, the 2nd favourite, it's number 3 Mage. He can be tricky to follow this horse, but when the money is on, it's usually spot on. Closed off well in the race won by RS Diego last start, finishing midfield behind Doge to the Moon prior to that. He's won 7 races, but I think he's won about 4 of those races in Ipoh. He's got a very good record there up at the Ipoh circuit. Having said that, he's won 3 races at his home on his home track here in KL, and AK Lim has ridden the horse to victory on 4 occasions. So number 3 Mage, he is the clear 2nd favourite there at 17 to win for the win, with Wayne Lim, the trainer, there. Number 5 in commission as well, and that is Doge to the Moon. Very consistent performer, like I was saying, doesn't win too often. Looking at the stats, 1 win from 28 starts overall, but he's always won for the trifectas. He's had 10 minor placings besides here in the country there. Doge to the Moon has won 3 races overall in his career from the yard of Joseph Leck, the 9-year-old to be ridden by Joseph's cousin Clyde Leck, and he is on 22 for the win. So 1, 3, 5 your market leaders. The 4th pick is number 4 Tilsworth Sydney the Grey, reliable beginner, and has won up to the mile previously. Has had the 1 start at 1700 metres without success there, Tilsworth Sydney. The stable going for a race-to-race double after Tokke So won the previous in a nail-biting finish, and Tilsworth Sydney showing at around 34 on the win line. So they are your market leaders, 1, 3, 5 and 4. Now you're looking at longer odds for the remainder. Number 60, Great Magic, which has been out of form but dropping away in the ratings. It's now back to 30 points on the CRS. On best form would be a definite chance in the event, but maybe racing a fraction below its best. D Great Magic. It is starters up too, by the way, for race 4. So just recapping, the favourite is number 1, Big Frank. He's on 9 and 7. The second favourite at 18 and 6 is number 3, Mage. Third pick is number 5, and that is Doge to the Moon on 24 and 7. 35 and 7 for number 4, Chillsworth Sydney. Bernardo Pinheiro's going for a winning treble aboard Big Frank. Simon Dunderdale going for a training double. Mage from the Wayne Lim yard with AK Lim aboard, given a very good chance. Likewise, a Doge to the Moon. So no scratchings here in race number 4. We are on course A. This race on the long course for race 4. And it's over the 1700 metres with a field of 8 to line up. So number 1 at 9, 3.19, number 5, 22, number 4 at 35, number 6 at 79, and triple figures for the remainder as we cross upstairs to Devon Pretorius for the call of race 4.
Thank you very much, Mark. The light is flashing and the run is still milling about behind the starting stalls. Current favourite still number 1, Big Frank, trading at 10s and 7s. Number 5, Doge to the Moon, is at 22 ringgit to win and 6 ringgit to place. And number 3, Miege Race, currently trading at 18 ringgit and 7 ringgit a place. And those are pretty much the only runners if the market suggests anything, the only runners in contention here. I think the team has summed up the race perfectly downstairs, as it really is starting to turn out to be a beautiful day at the Selangor Turf Club. A whole mixture of weather so far. We had bright skies early on in the morning, then a bit of a thunderstorm coming across at about 1 o'clock, but it's all cleared up now. And the going still reads as yielding here on the course. Of course, we are now on the long course A. The off time is at 3:45. So it shouldn't be too long now until the runners start loading up. This will be my last call for the afternoon, and my good colleague downstairs, Mark, will come upstairs to call the rest of the card home. I'll join this team downstairs with Magdalene and Bob as well. Number 1, Big Frank, shortening even more now into 10 ringgit to win and 7 ringgit to place. Number 5, Doge to the Moon, trading at 20 ringgit to win and 6 ringgit to place. Number 3, Mage is currently trading at 20 ringgit to win and 7 ringgit to place as well. There's a jump to number 4. It's Chillsworth Sydney, that's the grey in the race, at 39 ringgit to win and 7 ringgit to place. Followed by number 6, D Great Magic, 64 and 9. And then you get triple figures about the rest of the field, just the field of 8 runners. The first runner to move in is D Great Magic. In the late male first selection is number 5, Doge to the Moon. As number 1, Big Frank firms up in the market, now 8 ringgit to win and 6 ringgit to place. And in picture is Big Frank, who steps forward. Bernardo Pinheiro looking for a treble. Next runner to move in is Elite Quartetto. We're still waiting on King of Glory. Chillsworth Sydney, Doge to the Moon, as well as Tarzan and Mage. This Doge to the Moon has now moved in. So half the field has moved forward for the fourth race of the afternoon. This Class 5 Division A for racing for 43 and below. King of Glory steps forward. Just 3 more left to load. Number 1, Big Frank, still favourite. 9 ringgit to win, 5 ringgit to place. Tarzan just shies away at the first attempt and continues to back up. As the handlers get behind Tarzan. And backs away once again. So we're just waiting on Tarzan to just behave a little bit better. We're still waiting on Mage and Tilsworth Sydney as well. As they've bundled up, Tarzan once again. He moves right up to the starting stalls. He's almost in. And Tarzan has finally stepped forward. So now it's just Tilsworth, Sydney and Mage to complete the field. Mage steps forward. And Tilsworth Sydney to complete the field. 1,700 metres to race. Field of 8 runners. Flags up. Gates crash back and away in racing from that 1,700 metre mark, and Mage completely missed the kick. Easily lost 4 lengths when the starters said go. Elite Quartetto gets a shake of the reins to try and push forward to be one of the early front runners with King of Glory. Tilsworth Sydney's trapped on the outside of runners, but is also up there in a handy position early on. Then comes Doge to the Moon. Big Frank settles back on the heels of the early front runners, only racing about 2.5 lengths off the leader. Breakaway of another 3 lengths running to Tarzan, who's won from last, and Mage, after that slow start, is racing last of all. About 8 lengths cover the field as they make their way towards the end of the back straight with just over 1,100 metres left to go. Elite Quartetto is the sole leader, shows the way by half a length. On his outside, King of Glory in second. Trapped 3 deep is the grey Tilsworth Sydney heading into the turn. Then battle on the inside rail, we've got D-Great Magic, who races just ahead of Doge to the Moon. Mage is further back in the field. Big Frank's dropped a couple of positions. That's racing 5 lengths off the leader, but is starting to make a move around runners. And last of all is Tarzan, who's racing about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. They make their way towards the top of the straight with about 650 metres left to go. Elite Quartetto still in front by half a length. Settling on the heels of those two is D-Great Magic, who's got the rails run. Deep route is Big Frank in the orange salt, who looms large up on the outside of runners. Further back to Mage, followed by Doge to the Moon. Down towards the inside, we got Tarzan as they're into the final 400 metres. Elite Quartetto has now picked up the running. Down towards the inside, we got D-Great Magic. Big Frank is 3 from the right-hand side down the centre with Mage, and they start to move up smartly into the race, and it's Mage who's picked it up earlier, and Mage has gone into the lead with 200 metres left to go. D-Great Magic down towards the inside in hot pursuit. Big Frank as well, with Elite Quartetto further back in the field, but it's all Mage, and Mage will come home to win by the better half of 2 lengths. Mage an easy winner. Second place D-Great Magic, followed by Big Frank. Elite Quartetto further back to Doge to the Moon, followed by Tarzan. Then came King of Glory and Tilsworth Sydney. The winner, number 3, Mage, will come home to win the 4th race of the afternoon. Win in good fashion here, followed by D-Great Magic. Big Frank once again will have to settle for a placing. Then followed by number 2, Elite Quartetto in that 4th spot. So 3-6-1-2. I made the call for the running of the 4th race of the afternoon. And it's number 3, Mage, who completely blew the start and had to make up the ground, but was slowly and steadily making progress through the turn, wielding his way through the field, and quickened up smartly coming down the home straight. Number 3, Mage, will win the running of race number 4. That is for the WC Lim stable, ridden by AK Lim. Mage now becomes an 8-time winner from the 45 career starts here in Malaysia. A runner that has consistently improving in his last 3 starts, showing big jumps of improvement, and will now come home to win in good fashion. And Mage will jump off at a price of 13 ringgit to win and 5 ringgit to place. The favourite was number 1, Big Frank, and he'll have to settle for placing once again. So 3, 6, 1 and 2. I'll make the provisional call here for race number 4. Mage owned by the short and tall owners and connections, and will win in good fashion. Second place was number 6, D-Great Magic. It's trained by EP10, ridden by S. Shazman. That was for the Lo Le Hun owners. Followed by number 1, Bid Frank, trained by Simon Dunderdale, KKE, the owners, and ridden by Bernardo Pinheiro. He's still in looking for win number 3 of the afternoon. And that 4th place, and we'll go to number 2, Elite Quartetto, trained by S.Y. Lim and ridden by S. Sally, and that is for the Pegasus 28 owners and connections. So 3-6-1-2. I'll make the call for race number 4. And the next voice we'll hear from the commentary box will most likely be Mark Lattimore, who will finish off the race meeting. Eight runners, flags up. Gates crash back and away in racing from that 1700 metre mark, and Mage completely missed the kick. Easily lost 4 lengths when the starters said go. Elite Quartetto gets a shake of the reins to try and push forward to be one of the early front runners with King of Glory. Tilsworth Sydney's trapped on the outside of runners, but is also up there in a handy position early on. Then comes Doge to the Moon. Bid Frank settles back on the heels of the early front runners, only racing about 2.5 lengths off the leader. Breakaway of another 3 lengths running to Tarzan, who's won from last, and Mage, after that slow start, is racing last of all. About 8 lengths cover the field as they make their way towards the end of the back straight with just over 1,100 metres left to go. Elite Quartetto is the sole leader, shows the way by half a length. On his outside, King of Glory in second. Trapped 3 deep is the grey Tilsworth Sydney heading into the turn. Then battle on the inside rail, we've got D-Great Magic, who races just ahead of Doge to the Moon. Mage is further back in the field. Big Frank's dropped a couple of positions. That's racing 5 lengths off the leader, but is starting to make a move around runners. And last of all is Tarzan, who's racing about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. They made their way towards the top of the straight with about 650 metres left to go. Elite Quartetto still in front by half a length. Settling on the heels of those two is D-Great Magic, who's got the rails run. Deep route is Big Frank in the orange salt, who looms large up on the outside of runners. Further back to Mage, followed by Doge to the Moon. Down towards the inside, we got Tarzan as they're into the final 400 metres. Elite Quartetto has now picked up the running. Down towards the inside, we got D-Great Magic. Big Frank is 3 from the right-hand side down the centre with Mage, and they start to move up smartly into the race, and it's Mage who's picked it up earlier, and Mage has gone into the lead with 200 metres left to go. D-Great Magic down towards the inside in hot pursuit. Big Frank as well with Elite Quartetto further back in the field, but it's all Mage, and Mage will come home to win by the better half of 2 lengths. Mage an easy winner. Second place D-Great Magic, followed by Big Frank. Elite Quartetto further back to Doge to the Moon, followed by Tarzan. Then came King of Glory and Tilsworth Sydney. Margins are up for the running of race number 4, 2 3/4 of a length, by half a length, by 6 lengths. And the results 3-6-1-2 with a winning time of 1 minute 44.9 seconds.
of race 4. Number 3, Mage 13 for win, 5 for a place. 6, The Great Magic 14 for a place. And third is Big Frank 6 for a place. So 3, 6, 1 pays 285. 1, 3 and 6 pays 25. So it's a Mage by 2 3/4 lengths at a time of 1 minute 44.97, followed by the Great Magic, Big Frank, Elite Quartetto, Dodge to the Muntazan, King of Glory, Tilsworth, Sydney. So starters and runners for race 5, the Supreme B 1600 meters over the long call 15. One is Shanghai Knights, Apprentice H Haikal at -14, gate 9. 2, Good Fight, J Daniel +5, gate 2. 3 has been scratched. 4, King's Command as Rosini -11, gate 1. 5, Golden Pegasus, AK Lim at +1, gate 4. 6, Golden Payout, Apprentice Light Leg at +7, gate 5. 7, Leopard Eclipse, Apprentice Aina Z, -9, gate 8. 8, Pacific Diamond KC Tam, +7, gate 7. 9, Fatal Attraction, B Pinero at -2, gate 6. 10, Samantan Prince, Apprentice Tiama, -2, gate 3. Here's a media selection, and I race will go for 5, 7 and 9, Eagle Eyes 6, 9 and 5. Here's a look. Faith Pegasus.
Coming after Fatal Attraction, 200 to go. It's Fatal Attraction inside of Golden Pegasus, but Golden Pegasus has his measure and races away, and Golden Pegasus goes on to win leg 2 of the 4-year-old series and defeats Fatal Attraction. It's a case of deja vu. Third home, Feel the Fire, and then Top Show, a long break Pacific Snoopy the General.
Shanghai Knights, the horse in the outside. Here's Golden Pegasus doing a splendid workout there. Oh, that was the speed map, left side. Well, here's the claims for race 5. And number 1, apprentice H. Haikal claims 3. 6, apprentice Light Leg claims half. 7, apprentice A. Nazay claims half. 10, apprentice Tiama claims half. And B. Pinero will be riding 1.5 over. In the parade ring is Shanghai Knights, who has to return to form. Well, he's back to a more suited distance, 1600, and has been racing so 41 days since his last start. He looked like he will need this run here today.
Coming up next is number 2, Good Fight, trained by Simon Dunderdale, and J. Daniel has been roped in. Never showed up in his recent starts, but cannot taken lightly. Good Fight, and may surprise here. Number 2 showing the big odds 310 and 86, and he's up 5 kilos in his body weight.
Next here is number 4 here, King's Command. King's Command was not disgraced when he finished home a close fourth to Circuit Mission just by 5 lengths when he jumped outwards. So well placed in the gates here today, King's Command. Pole drawn position, he's at looking well at 36 and 9.
Next is number 5, the horse to watch here, and he's on the up and up. Has improved strength to strength, Golden Pegasus, and he won a feature race last start, and he still maintains his form and did a splendid workout during the week with AKLM in the saddle. Number 5, Golden Pegasus. So odds on favourite 9 for a win and 5 for a place.
Number 6 here, number 7 here is Leopard Eclipse, who ran on 7 lengths. That was in to interpret, and I think he's probably got to dig out of his reserves here. Leopard Eclipse.
And next is number 8, Pacific Diamond, was a winner 4 runs back, and never likely in his next 3 starts. And Pacific Diamond, let's see how he runs here today. Number 8 showing big odds.
9 here, number 10 here is Samantha and Prince. Ran an eye-catching 4th to interpret, but probably will find this class a little fraction challenging, but step up in distance, and this is one for the 21 and 5 here. Oh, here is Samantha and Prince.
And this is Golden Payout, last year's Pialama Sultan Selangor. The winner, Golden Payout, resuming from a long spell. And another horse to see how he runs here today, showing 277 and 77.
Please take note that horse number 9 at the bill. Well, looks like horse number 9 has been scratched. So we are still awaiting the official news there. Toad Bogs have put him off as he's been scratched. So
And it's about 6 minutes to start time, and runners are about to leave the grandstand to the starting point, and the market leader is number 5, Golden Pegasus. The short price favourite, 9 for a win and 5 for a place. And number 4 is the next favourite, King's Command, 16 and 5. Take note, the Fatal Attraction, and number 9 is a late scratching. So all bets on number 9 will be refunded.
Well, with number 9 out of the picture, I think it's looks hard to beat number 5, Golden Pegasus, who's been working like a bomb there, as you've seen the caption. I think it's hard to deny him here in this race, and he's gone from strength to strength. Here he is, Golden Pegasus, and number 2. I think Good Fight might just be one for. I think he can make amends. He was just 4 lengths in the last start. That was in Penang, and I think to step up in distance here will suit him. And number 4, King's Command.
So I'm going with number 5 as well. So we are unanimous. So you don't need to look other than number 5, Golden Pegasus. The next pick is number 6, Golden Payout, resuming from a long spell. The winner of last year's Pelama Sultan Selangor over the 2,000 meters. So might surprise you by sneaking up placing. Third pick is number 9, which has been scratched. So I'm going for number 10, the stablemate Sementan Prince for TMR. So my numbers should be 5, 6 and 10. 5, 6 and 10. Over to you, Mark.
Okay, Bob, I'm going with the 5, Golden Pegasus on top. Unfortunately, the race has been robbed of a bit of interest there with the late scratching of number 9, Fatal Attraction. So he looks the standout. That has been reflected in the early markets as well. He's into 6 and 5 there, the 5, Golden Pegasus on top. From the 7, which is Leopard Eclipse, and I've thrown in Golden Payout. I think the Piala Remus winner from last start, one to watch first up, trailed well here recently. My selections are 5, 7 and 6 in race number 5. They're at the gates. And Devon is going 5, 6 and 2. So he's sticking with Golden Pegasus as well. Golden Payout, the main danger. And a chance with a bit of give in the ground. I think Good Fight might be a bit of a chance at big odds as well. 5, 6, 2. Devon's selections for the Supreme B contest. Coming up race 5. They're at the gates. Won't be long before they are moving up into line. The good news is the rain has disappeared and the sun has made a reappearance here at the track. Racing on the yielding track this afternoon, 5.5 the turf metre reading. Had a shower of rain previously, earlier on in the afternoon. Course A in operation for race number 5, the race over the mile. Over 1,600 metres, the scratchings are 3 Trumpy. And the late scratching of number 9, Fatal Attraction, so we are back to a field of 8 starters. For the 5th of the afternoon. On this 7 race program, we've got 9 races tomorrow. The first at 1:15 p.m. from memory, the first of 9, a couple of features as well. The Korea Racing Authority Trophy being one of those feature events. As part of the 9 race program tomorrow. So Golden Pegasus, who dominated the 2 legs of the 4-year-old series, is the favourite. As I was saying, yes, Golden Pegasus, who did dominate the 2 legs of the 4-year-old series, including the SLTC 4-year-old sprint last start, dominated and won by 3 lengths from Fatal Attraction on that occasion, and holds the call there. Number 5, Golden Pegasus, with AK Lim astride. 9 and 7, the current return. Of course, AK Lim rode the previous winner. That was Mage for the Wayne Lim stable, and Golden Pegasus from the same camp. Now the second favourite in the market looks to be number 6, and that is Golden Payout, the Piala Imas Sultan Selangor Group 1 winner from last December. First up since that winning performance. Coming in all the time, trialled well recently, did Golden Payout. He's now back into 18 on the win line. Late support for 4, the Grey, King's Command. Debuting for the Richard Lyons camp is King's Command. It's now back into 21 for the win. Closed off well behind Circuit Mission last start, back on the 7th of July. And of course, Circuit Mission recently took out the Penang Sprint Trophy 3 weeks after that performance. So 9 and 8 for 5, 21 and 6 for number 6, 22 and 6 for number 4. The next best is number 2, Good Fight, the Coronation Cup winner from last season, at 55.0 with J. Daniel aboard. Cementon Prince is at 58, number 10. Under sunny skies here in Sungai Besi, in the outer district of KL, here at Selangor Turf Club. Of course, the next meeting coming up in 2 weeks' time on Saturday, the 24th of August. So race 5 contested on the long course. The late mail is going with the favourite, number 5, Golden Pegasus. So Golden Pegasus, number 5, the male selection. So it won't be long before they start to take their places into their respective barriers. Race 5 of the afternoon under sunny skies. Golden Pegasus still at backable odds. It's around even money. It's 10 and 7 as they start to load up. So there's Pacific Diamond. Pacific Diamond, one of the first to be locked and loaded. Golden Payout on screen. Cementon Prince about to come forward. He's on the quick backup. Cementon Prince ran 4th behind Intrepid here last Sunday. So Cementon Prince goes in. He's around a 10 to 1 chance on the tote. Number 10, Cementon Prince. As Leopard Eclipse about to come forward, stepping up to the mile. Has won 4 times over the trip as Leopard Eclipse. A Nazir takes the ride. Nazir rode an earlier winner, Talke So, back in race 3 for the same stable. Still a few to load up, including Shanghai Knights and also Good Fight out of line as Shanghai Knights goes forward. So Golden Pegasus to load in. There's 4 out. And they are Golden Pegasus, Good Fight, King's Command and Golden Payout. Repeating, late scratching of number 9, Fatal Attraction. On vet's advice. The earlier scratching was number 3, Trumpy, back to 8 starters over the 1600 metre journey on the long course. So there's Golden Pegasus in the predominantly black colours with AK Lim in the saddle. The late male selection moves in, Golden Pegasus, so waiting upon Golden Payout to move up. Clyde Leck with a ride on Golden Payout. He's had 6 rides on the gelding for 4 wins, including Well, not including his victory in the Group 1 last start. Of course, Rosani was aboard Golden Payout on that occasion. I think Clyde was still riding in Singapore at the time. However, Clyde Leck's got a pretty good record aboard the 6-year-old New Zealand-bred performer, Golden Payout. He goes forward and waiting upon Good Fight to move up along with the grey King's Command. The Coronation Cup winner moves up, Good Fight, and waiting upon King's Command to complete the line for race number 5. They're locked and loaded. Set for a start. Gates open, away they go. Caught them in a good line also. King's Command began well on the inside. Golden Pegasus, the favourite, ridden forward. And likewise, Leopard Eclipse strolling up to hit the lead on settling. Now, Shanghai Knights goes to a clear second over Good Fight, Golden Payout, and 3 wide is Pacific Diamond. King's Command is the grey. He's back on the inside of Golden Pegasus. The favourite shuffled back to second last. And Cement and Prince trails. Off the back they work, and Leopard Eclipse on top. On to the long course they go on the uphill climb, and the pacemaker, Leopard Eclipse. He's out by 2 lengths to Shanghai Knights outside of Good Fight. A further length away, Golden Payout being followed by King's Command. Pacific Diamond has had no luck and left exposed out 3 wide around Golden Pegasus. And the tail ender is still Cement and Prince. Approaching the home turn, and with just over 650 metres left to go, Leopard Eclipse tries to take it all the way. From in second placing, Good Fight inside of Shanghai Knights, and they were followed by Golden Payout from King's Command. Golden Pegasus spots these leaders about 5 lengths. He's about to start his move from Cement and Prince, and dropping off is Pacific Diamond. Down the lane, 400 to go, and Leopard Eclipse now tackled by Shanghai Knights. Here's Golden Payout being presented, and Golden Pegasus launching his attack down the centre. Here comes the favourite, Golden Pegasus, looming up to hit the lead from Golden Payout, running on to King's Command, and then came Leopard Eclipse. Golden Pegasus clear though. He draws away. He's out by 3 lengths now. Over in second placing, Golden Payout, followed by King's Command. That's the way they finish. Golden Pegasus way too good. Golden Pegasus has defeated Golden Payout, third King's Command. Then Shanghai Knights, followed by Cement and Prince. Good Fight, Leopard Eclipse dropped away. The last in, Pacific Diamond. Too good again. Number 5, Golden Pegasus, dominant. Another dominant victory gives trainer Wayne Lim a race-to-race double. Likewise, jockey A.K. Lim. And he's got that burst of speed, that quick burst of acceleration. And that's 2 wins in a row over the mile today for Golden Pegasus. He'll pay 9 and 5 as we stand by for the numbers. A good effort though first up by Golden Payout, far from disgrace. He ran on resolutely, did Golden Payout, and he'll derive plenty of benefit from that performance. And King's Command staying on to the outside, back in third placing. The numbers will be 5, 6 and 4. 5, 6, 4 the numbers. And fourth will go the way of one of the outsiders in number 1, Shanghai Knights. So standing by for placings after race 5, racing well. He's at the top of his game, no doubt about that there. Golden Pegasus number 5, the 5-year-old, prepared by Wayne Lim for the Zarina stable and ridden by A.K. Lim, who brings up a double. Second home is number 6, Golden Payout, trained by Charles Leck and ridden by Clyde Leck for the Golden Bliss stable. And third is number 4, King's Command, and the 8-year-old grey, prepared by Richard Lyons for the Capelli stable, ridden by S. Rosani. And fourth is number 1, Shanghai Knights, ridden by H. Haikal. So 9 and 5 for the winner. Number 5, Golden Pegasus. The runner-up, number 6, Golden Payout, will pay 9 the place. And third, number 4, King's Command. And King's Command will pay 5. So good effort there by Golden Pegasus. Came from about second last at the 400 before starting a move, and out sprinting his rivals once again, and goes 2 in a row. He's now won 6 from 14 overall and in career best form. Number 5, Golden Pegasus, takes out another race here at Selangor Turf Club this afternoon. And the favourite back is to the 4. And quite an easy watch for his followers again today. Golden Pegasus coming with that late surge in scoring over Golden Payout. As I was saying, he'll derive plenty of benefit from that performance first up. Boxing on okay, and likewise King's Command. Numbers are 5, 6 and 4. After the running of race 5, 5, 6, 4 and 1 is 4th. We've got the replay coming up. Set for a start. Gates open, away they go. Caught them in a good line also. King's Command began well on the inside. Golden Pegasus, the favourite, ridden forward. And likewise Leopard Eclipse strolling up to hit the lead on settling. Now Shanghai Knights goes to a clear second over Good Fight, Golden Payout, and 3 wide is Pacific Diamond. King's Command is the grey. He's back on the inside of Golden Pegasus. The favourite shuffled back to second last. And Cement and Prince trails. Off the back they work and Leopard Eclipse on top. On to the long course they go on the uphill climber. And the pacemaker, Leopard Eclipse. He's out by 2 lengths to Shanghai Knights outside of Good Fight. A further length away, Golden Payout being followed by King's Command. Pacific Diamond has had no luck and left exposed out 3 wide around Golden Pegasus. And the tail ender is still Cement and Prince. Approaching the home turn. And with just over 650 metres left to go, Leopard Eclipse tries to take it all the way. From in second placing, Good Fight inside of Shanghai Knights, and they were followed by Golden Payout from King's Commander. Golden Pegasus spots these leaders about 5 lengths. He's about to start his move from Cement and Prince, and dropping off is Pacific Diamond. Down the lane, 400 to go. And Leopard Eclipse now tackled by Shanghai Knights. Here's Golden Payout being presented, and Golden Pegasus launching his attack down the centre. Here comes the favourite, Golden Pegasus, looming up to hit the lead from Golden Payout, running on to King's Command, and then came Leopard Eclipse. Golden Pegasus clear though. He draws away. He's out by 3 lengths now. Over in second placing, Golden Payout, followed by King's Command. That's the way they finish. Golden Pegasus, way too good. Golden Pegasus has defeated Golden Payout, third King's Command. Then Shanghai Knights, followed by Cement and Prince. Good Fight, Leopard Eclipse dropped away.
So it's all clear for the official results of race 5 and number 5 Golden Payout. Golden Pegasus pays 9 for a win and 5 for a place. Golden Payout 9 for a place. King's Command 5 for a place. So it's 5 and 6 pays 6 ringgit. 4 and 5 pays 3. 4 and 6 pays 12. Trifecta 5, 6 and 4 pays 43. 3, 4, 5, 6 pays 11 ringgit. And the forecast 4, 5, 6, 4, 1 pays 92. So it's Golden Pegasus by 3 3/4 of a length at a time of 1 minute 35.34, followed by Golden Payout, King's Command, Shanghai Knights, Samantha and Prince, Good Fight, Leopard Eclipse, Pacific Diamond, So starters and runners for race 1400 meters, starting time at 4:45. Number 1 is King's Speech, apprentice A Naze at -1, gate 7. 2 Black Prince, apprentice Shazman at +1, gate 5. 3 has been scratched. For Hunter Pegasus, Eswazini at -7, gate 6. 5, Colonial Chief, Sulim at -5, gate 3. 6, Nevertheless, as Zulfikri, -2, gate 2. 7, Attention, B. Pinero at -8, gate 9. 8, Share, Apprentice A. Azizi, +1, gate 4. 9, Little Pleasures, O. Chavez at 462, gate 8. Then Waimir as Uze at -2, gate 1. Here's a look at I-Race selections, and you're going for 4, 5, 7, Eagle Eyes, 5, 4, and 7. Here's a look at Black Prince, the horse in the inside. Here's Hunter Pegasus, the horse at front. Here's Nevertheless. Here's Share. Speed Map, Hunter Pegasus, followed by Black Prince and Little Pleasures.
Yeah, the claims and overweights for race number 6. Number 1, King's Speech. Nazir claims 3 kilos. Number 2, Black Prince. Young Shazmini claims 3 as well. Number 6, Zulfikri claims half a kilo. And nevertheless, share number 8, Azizi claims 1.5. And number 10, Waimia Esuze claims 1.5.
The runners are in the parade ring for the running of the 6th race of the afternoon. The penultimate race on the program is start with number 1, King's Speech, from the Frank Maynard stable and by the Grasshopper stable. Last time out, raced in a Class 4A. That was back on the 36th of June. This time run in a Class 5A, a big class dropper here, with Nazir on the back. Claims are 3 kilograms off the back and certainly has a runner with a big chance.
Coming up, horse number 2, Black Prince. Black Prince trained by Thaneng Piao. Never showed up in his recent starts, so pretty hard to recommend on his current form, and he's showing 79 and 22.
Moving on to the next runner, of course, number 3, Hongyo Don is a scratching. So number 4, Hunter Pegasus, has a habit of finishing up in that second placing. Last 5 starts has finished runner-up on 4 occasions. In the last start, managed to finish 5th behind Tavi Will Do. That was in a Class 5A back on the 21st of July. Rosani is the jockey aboard, only has 57.5 kilograms to shoulder. Did drop 2 points in that last start as well and steps up to 1,400 meters. Is one of the leading lights in the market.
Next coming up is number 5, Colonel Chief. Is formerly known as Late Remarkable. Never likely last 2 starts. Prior to that, he was heavily backed. Only managed 4th, and this time around, he's going for 1,400 meter strip. Colonial Chief showing a big odds, 295.69.
Behind him is number 6, Nevertheless. This is Zulfikri, the jockey of board, will claim 2 kilograms. Last start ran in a Class 5A. That was in Penang, where he finished 3rd behind Smart Racer. Finished 7 3/4 of a length behind. Has been well beaten in his last 2 starts. Will need to improve on recent form to feature here.
And next coming up is Tension. Tension finished a good 4th behind Airboss. That shows he's on a comeback trail, and today with Bernardo Pinheiro lending a hand. And Attention should run a good race here, trained by Simon Dunderdale, and he's the favourite, or one of the favourites, at 14 and 5.
In picture now is number 8, Share. This is with Azizi aboard, who claims the 2 kilograms. As you saw in the video earlier on, worked out really well earlier in the week and could be a runner here that can feature. Currently trading at 59 ringgit a win and 24 ringgit a place. I wouldn't be surprised to see him shorten in the market. A runner that deserves a lot of respect.
Little Pleasure, the next horse, trained by Abdullah. Little Pleasure, who ran 3rd last night behind Trafalgar, and today with Oscar Chavez renewing partnership. A Little Pleasure, who has some good gate speed, and but he's surprisingly he's not in the market yet. 742 and 102.
And the last of the runners on number 10, Waimea, trained by Lawson Moy. Last start in a Class 5B, so steps up in class here into a Class 5A. There's the jockey aboard. Last start, beaten by Gurney Drive by 3 3/4 of a length. Was a well-beaten 2nd on that occasion. Penultimate start was beaten into 5th, so is slowly but surely improving. But we'll need to have a lot of luck in running to feature here in what looks to be quite a competitive race in the penultimate race of the afternoon at the Selangor Turf Club, as the runners are making their way down the chute and now into the course proper shortly.
Well, I'm going with 8 share. Well, I thought that the lightweight advantage here with apprentice Azizi taking 2 kilos off, I think will be an added advantage here with share wide throughout in his last start. She did a fine workout, and I think the race might be much suited for her. And number 1, King's Speech, 1.1.5 lengths to Michikawa, and number 7, Attention, 1 for a place chance. 8, 1 and 7. Over to you, Bob.
So I'm going with Hunter Pegasus, who showed speed last time but faded and deserves another chance here with S. Rosani leading a hand, number 4, showing 16 and 9. Next pick is number 1, King's Speech. King's Speech is now in Class 5 company. Definitely is not a Class 5 animal, King's Speech, and should run a decent race here for young Nazir. Number 1, 23 and 7 ringgit, and third pick is number 7, Attention, who's on a comeback trail with Bernardo Pinheiro lending a hand. Should have a big say here, number 7, Attention, at 11 and 5. So my numbers are 4, 1 and 7. Over to you, Mark.
Okay, Bob, I'm going with number 4 on top, Hunter Pegasus. He's been knocking on the door for quite some time, this horse. Runner-up on 4 occasions previously, prior to its last start, 5th behind Tavi Will Do. And S. Rosani goes onto the horse for the second time today. So he's in the market there. Number 4, Hunter Pegasus, currently on 15 for the win. Number 7, Attention. He's been dropping back in the ratings. 5th run back in Class 5 company with B. Pinheiro aboard. I thought looks the main danger. And for third, I've gone with number 1, King's Speech, going back to Class 5 company, coming off some pretty handy efforts against Class 4 opposition in recent starts, and Day Nazir will take the claim aboard number 1. My selections are 4, 7, 1 for race 6.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. And the runners are making their way down to the start. My selections are 1, 4 and 7, going with number 1, King's Speech from the Frank Maynard stable. Nazir the jockey aboard. A big drop in class here for this 10-year-old gelding. Last start was beaten 6 by Michikawa, only beaten by 1 1/4 lengths, was eased at a crucial stage at the 400-metre mark, but ran on strongly to finish up in that 6th placing. And with the obvious drop in class with the apprentice claim on, I think he's going to be a huge runner here. Followed by number 4, Hunter Pegasus, currently trading at 8 ringgit a win and 9 ringgit a place. Multiple seconds, has finished second on 4 occasions of his last 5 starts. Last time out was beaten by Tavi Will Do, the Thomas' fair run. He steps up and trip over 1,400 metres now and has to be one of the leading lights in this race. Number 7, Attention, the Bernardo Pinheiro factor, who's obviously had those 2 winners earlier on in the afternoon, and 7, Attention, is the current favourite at 15 ringgit a win and 6 ringgit a place. Last time out, ridden by D'Souza, he was beaten 2 3/4 of a length, but showed big improvement from his penultimate start to that run. Improved somewhat, about 5 lengths. He's dropped in the ratings once again, and he actually dropped slightly in trip as well to 1,400 metres here. So number 7, Attention, certainly deserves all the attention. So 1, 4 and 7 on my selections, as we've got just over 2 minutes left to go until the running of the penultimate race of the afternoon. And I'm sure the light will start flashing shortly. But just to run through the betting quickly, number 7, Attention, is still the current favourite at 17 ringgit a win, 6 ringgit a place. Second favourite, number 1, well, actually, no, it'll be number 4 now, who's actually shortened into joint favouritism. Number 4, Hunter Pegasus, at 18 and 10. Followed by number 1, King's Speech, is trading at 20s and 7s. A lot of support coming for number 8, Share, who was once trading at about 59 ringgit a win, is now shortened into 28 ringgit a win and 6 ringgit a place. So that is just an update on the betting. With just over a minute left to go, Mark will hand up to you shortly just to give a quick rundown before the light will start flashing and the runners will start loading up for the second last race of the afternoon.
Okay, good on you, Devon. Thank you. We've got quite a few chances here according to the local market. Number 7 is the current favourite, Attention. Now back into 16 for the win. Proven Class 5 performer. He's down to 35 points on the CRS. I don't think he's been much lower than this in his career, Attention, a former perennial Class 4 performer. He's the 3.2 favourite. The other horses in the market are the 1, King's Speech, on the downgrade, and also number 4, Hunter Pegasus. Starters up. So the runners called into line now for the running of race number 6 on today's program here in KL. Sunny skies prevailing here at the Selangor Turf Club. And we're up to the penultimate race of the day. So number 7, Attention, is the favourite. And Bernardo Pinheiro going for a treble. He rode the first 2 winners this afternoon. Simon Dunderdale, the trainer, going for a double. Number 7, Attention, the favourite. He's a 2-to-1 chance. He's on 15 for the win. 22-0 numbers 1 and 4. And they are King's Speech and also Hunter Pegasus. 4th pick in the market looks to be number 8, and that is Share at 31 and 32 now for number 10, Waimea. So quite a number of winning chances in this upcoming event, a 9-horse line-up, and they're concentrating on Waimea, who has got the blindfold but is still standing behind the gate. Not a bad effort last start there by Waimea, when finishing second behind Gurney Drive. And that was over the 1275 metres on track 2, so it goes in eventually, draws the pole as Waimea. It's a 7.2 chance on the win tote. So waiting upon the other 8 runners to move into their respective barriers. Attention has yet to win this year. Last win recorded back in June of last year. We'll make that September last year, to be exact. Back on the 9th of September 2023, Attention has won 8 races locally. And is the late male selection, so number 7, Attention, for the Simon Dunderdale Bernardo Pinheiro combination, the late male selection, number 7, Attention, in those red and blue colours and the blue cap for the Buffalo stable. So Waimea is locked and loaded. We've only got 1 race to go after this, which is the B division of the Class 5. Over the 1400 metres to wind up proceedings at 5:15 p.m. Scratchings are the emergencies there. Number 11, D-Grade Ocean, and 12, Jin Jin. So 10 starters there in race 7. Racing back here at Selangor Turf Club tomorrow with a 9-race card, commencing at 1:15 p.m. local time. But the good news is we had the shower of rain earlier, and we had some black clouds hovering overhead, but luckily they have dissipated and we are back to fine and warm conditions here at Selangor Turf Club in the nation's capital. Still have time to place your investments. It is still 2.2 for number 7, Attention. 4.6 for number 4, Hunter Pegasus, and 4.8 for number 1, King's Speech. Now, Nevertheless is about to come forward. He was placed at Penang last start on Sprint Trophy Day. Nevertheless, from the Siva stable with Zulfikri aboard, in the yellow colours, Nevertheless, has moved into the gates. Unwanted in the market today. He's around a 33-to-1 chance there, Nevertheless. As Colonel Chief, the Coronation Cup winner from, 3 years ago now, Colonel Chief, has been back in Class 5 grade for a number of runs now, Colonel Chief. The mare, Share, is about to move up. For Azizi, waiting upon King's Speech to load in with Little Pleasure, who is on the quick backup, was placed in a Class 5 B Division contest last week there, Little Pleasure, so it's on the 6-day backup. as Black Prince about to move in for apprentice Yes Shasman. So number 7, the favourite, at 2.4. Attention. Hunter Pegasus, he's about to come forward. Rosani's got the ride on the 7-year-old Hunter Pegasus. It goes in, so waiting upon Little Pleasure to load in with King's Speech and Attention. Race 6 in KL. 2 to move up. Little Pleasure about to join the line. Attention will be the last to load for race 6 here in KL. The race over 1400 metres, set for a start. Gates open, away they go. And Waimea began well on the inside. So did Nevertheless. Striding up too is Colonel Chief, and just off the pace as well is Black Prince, and Hunter Pegasus is marching forward as well. So Waimea now joined and headed by Hunter Pegasus, and then came Nevertheless, who's back on the inside in that Division 2. Black Prince, Attention, 3 and 4 deep, but it's moving forward. Colonel Chief now shuffled back there with Little Pleasure, King's Speech, and Share the last one. They come off the back straight now, and on top now it's Hunter Pegasus, racing 1 away from the inside, and holding the rail is Waimea. 2 lengths away third now, Black Prince inside of Attention, and they were followed by Nevertheless, and further back to Colonel Chief, Little Pleasure. Behind those King's Speech, and last is Share. Around the turn they swing, 600 left. It is still on the inside. Waimea shaded by Hunter Pegasus. Now drawing up, here comes Attention. He's about to wind up and start his challenge from Black Prince, Nevertheless, and Little Pleasure's out deeper. Inside the 400, Waimea kicks away from Hunter Pegasus. Here come the closers though. Attention, the favourite's gone, and Share the mare. It's the one, Share, ranging up on the outside to hit the lead and draws away from Waimea, then Little Pleasure and also Colonel Chief, but the real Share has stepped up today and she's drawing away for a comfortable win. Share by 5. Close go for the minors between Little Pleasure, Colonel Chief and Waimea. We'll leave that one to the judge, followed by King's Speech, Hunter Pegasus, Nevertheless, and Attention. Gee, he dropped away very quickly. He beat 1 to the line, and that was Black Prince. Number 8, Share. 39 for the win, and 9 the place. Has got up at the lucrative odds. It's a pretty close go for the minors. Colonel Chief on the outside of Little Pleasure. Waimea nearer the rail. But A Azizi home on Share. Safe for the last run. And she can produce this sort of sprint when she wants to. And it was on display today. And getting up at the big odds. 39 for the win. 9 the place for number 8, Share. Gee, it's a close go for the minors. Colonel Chief flashing home at the end. Waimea holding its position nearer the inside, and Little Pleasure on the quick backup has done a good job as well. King's Speech behind those as we await full placings after the running of race 6, but there may be a margin for Colonel Chief to get up in time to grab second. It's not official at this stage, but it's a very good effort there returned by Share. Number 8 back in winning form. She's now won 3 times this year. The 9-year-old mare prepared by Nick Selvin and ridden by Azizi, who's enjoying a good run of rides at the moment. Azizi, second on the Jockeys Premiership, having a good season. Combining with Nick Selvin once again with Share. Number 8, those in there for the minors. We've got the 5, Colonel Chief. The 10-year-old, trained by Frank Maynard and ridden by S.U. Lim. And the other one's close up, Little Pleasure. Oscar Chavez for A.B. Abdallah. And the other horse in this 3-way photo is number 10, Waimea, trained by Lawson Moy. The 7-year-old ridden by S.U. Zaire. So it is still 8 and a photo at this stage. There may be a margin for Colonel Chief on the outside to grab second, but we'll stand by for numbers to be confirmed after the running of race number 6 on today's program. 39 and 9 for the winner. Colonel Chief number 5 in the photo for second at 10 for the place. Little Pleasure, she went around at big odds today. 28 for the place. Waimea 6th the place. And still no sign of these numbers after the running of race 6. Still a photo for second and third. And we'll post them very soon. As soon as they come to hand, we've got the replay to follow after the running of race 6. The 1400 metres, set for a start. Gates open, away they go. And Waimea began well on the inside. So did Nevertheless. Striding up too is Colonel Chief, and just off the pace as well is Black Prince, and Hunter Pegasus is marching forward as well. So Waimea now joined and headed by Hunter Pegasus, and then came Nevertheless, who's back on the inside in that Division 2. Black Prince, attention, 3 and 4 deep, but it's moving forward. Colonel Chief now shuffled back there with Little Pleasure, King's Speech, and Share the last one. They come off the back straight now, and on top now it's Hunter Pegasus racing one away from the inside, and holding the rail is Waimea. 2 lengths away third now, Black Prince inside of Attention, and they were followed by Nevertheless, and further back to Colonel Chief, Little Pleasure. Behind those King's Speech, and last is Share. Around the turn they swing, 600 left. It is still on the inside. Waimea shaded by Hunter Pegasus. Now drawing up, here comes Attention. He's about to wind up and start his challenge from Black Prince, Nevertheless, and Little Pleasure's out deeper. Inside the 400, Waimea kicks away from Hunter Pegasus. Here come the closers though. Attention, the favourite's gone, and Share the mare. It's the one, Share, ranging up on the outside to hit the lead, and draws away from Waimea, then Little Pleasure and also Colonel Chief. But the real Share has stepped up today, and she's drawing away for a comfortable win. Share by 5. Close go for the minors between Little Pleasure, Colonel Chief and Waimea. We'll leave that one to the judge, followed by King's Speech, Hunter Pegasus. So those numbers confirmed. We've got confirmation. Why the numbers there are 8, 5, 9 and 10. 8, 5, 9 and 10, your numbers after race 6. Number 8, Share, the winner. Second is number 5, Colonel Chief. And third is the 9, Little Pleasure. And fourth is 10, Waimea. Margins are 6 1/4 by a short head with a head to fourth. And the time 1:23.3. 1:23.3 the time. All clear is up on race 6. Correct weight after the 6th on the program from KL this afternoon.
Well, here's a photo finish for the second, which is finishing on second is horse number 5, Colonial Chief, and third is horse number 9, which is Little Pleasures, and finishing on fourth is Waimea. So it's all clear for the official results of race 6 and number 8. Share pays 39 for win and 13 for place. Colonial Chief pays 16 for a place. Little Pleasures 44 for a place. So 5 and 8 pays 11. 8 and 9 pays 37. 5 and 9 pays 52. Trifecta 859 pays 1063. The trio 5, 8 and 9 pays 262. There are no winners for the forecast 4, and the jackpot will be carried forward to the next race. So it's shared by a convincing win of 6 1/4 of a length at a time of 1 minute 23.8, followed by Colonial Chief, Little Pleasures, Waimea, King's Speech, Hunter Pegasus, Nevertheless, Attention, and Black Prince. So it's starters and runners for race 7, 1400 meters long course, starting time at 5:15. 1 is Style of Dragon, Apprentice A Azizi plus 2, gate 1. 2 Be Yourself, B Pinero at -3, gate 6. 3 Darcy as Zulfikri at -12, gate 9. 4 Shino Dinero, Apprentice M Lukman at -4, gate 2. 5 Shangani Sulim at +8, gate 8. 6 Supremo Lex Asali -2, gate 10. 7 Mystery Power, Apprentice Light Leg +6, gate 7. 8 Race for Fame Oshaves -3, gate 5. 9 Mewtwo El D'Souza -4, gate 10. Official as Rosani +5, 12 have been scratched. His meaty selection, and our race will go for 1, 4, 7. Eagle Eyes will go for 2, 7 and 1. And here's Style of Dragon finishing home third.
Final 300 meters, out in front, straight and arrow. Trying to try and steal the show here. Has gone 2 lengths clear. Out the pack chasing. We've got Dragon Whisperers on the outside. It's a 2-horse race into the closing stages. In front, straight and arrow. Hold strong. Here comes Dragon Whisperer on the outside. It's still in front, straight and arrow. Dragon Whisperer over the top, but straight and arrow, straight to the winner's box. Straight and arrow will win from Dragon Whisperer. Then further back to Style of Dragon, who will finish up in that third place.
Here's a look at Be Yourself finishing home second on the 21st of July.
Be Yourself and RS Parker, then Famous Name below the 150. It's Be Yourself, and coming back is RS Parker. RS Parker, Be Yourself, nose for nose they go. RS Parker's finishing the better and goes 2 in a row. RS Parker has won the last over. Be Yourself close up in third spot there. We had Dose to the Moon, I think, hangs on for...
Here's Race for Fame, the horse on the inside. And here's this Ocean, Style of Dragon, Be Yourself, and Jin Jin.
And please take note, we've got a late scratching in race 7, number 10, Official, on Vet's advice. So take note of that. Race 7, number 10, Official, a late scratching on Vet's advice.
Claims on overweights. Number 1, Azizi, claims 2 kilos. Number 3, Darcy, Zulfikri claims 2. Number 4, Chino Dinero, M. Lukman, he claims 3. Number 7, Clyde Light, claims 1 kilo on Mystery Power. And coming up, runners for race number 7. This is number 1, Style of Dragon. It's been very consistent last 3 starts, and Azizi, who was a winning rider 2 runs back, has been roped in for today's engagement. Is drawn well in gate number 1. Strain bar H.Y. Lim is well prepared, no question about it. Number 1, Style of Dragon, should be thereabouts, 127 and 19, and installing the special beat for the first time, minus the pacifier, minus Shadow Roll.
Behind him is number 3, it looks like, Darcy, from the Richard Lyons stable. Ridden by Zulfikri, last time out ran in a Class 5, now in a Class 5B on the long course here. The Kuala Lumpur track over 1,400 metres, last start 2,000 metres, so quite a big drop in trip here. Currently trading at 55 ringgit a win, 10 ringgit a place. And just a slight question mark on the first up record. 3 starts, has yet to finish in the first 3. However, was a former Singapore galloper making his debut, so certainly can make his presence felt.
The next is number 4, Chino Dinero, who ran a good third, 2 runs back, and never showed up last time. And today in Class 5, Division B, Chino Dinero, and he's well prepared. And watch him closely for market support, and he's showing big odds at the moment.
In picture number 5, Shangani, trading at any price at the moment, about 360 ringgit a win. Currently on form, will have to improve to try and feature here. Last start was in Penang in a Class 5B, was beaten 5 3/4 of a length, but an ultimate start was beaten 6 lengths. Will really have to improve on form to feature. Track and distance form, 2 starts for 1 second. Maybe that's what she's looking for, but for me, number 5, Shangani, rather an outside chance here in this sort of field.
Next coming up is number 6, Supremo Lex, and yet to acclimatise, former Penang-based runner, so pretty hard to recommend on current form, and showing 110 and 25.
In picture number 7, Mystery Power. Currently the second favourite, trading at 15 ringgit a win, 6 ringgit a place. He's only had the 2 starts here in Malaysia for a win, as well as a third, which was on his local debut. Last start finished ahead of Chief of Army, beating him by 2.5 lengths. That was over 1,400 metres in Penang, now making its second start here at the KL track, but this time on the long course. Returns after 13 days, certainly one of the leading lights here, and for me, the one that they all have to beat in the last race of the afternoon.
Coming up, a race for fame, number 8, Oscar Chavez, who has been the regular partner for the last 4 starts. Picked up a race and a placing, race for fame, and definitely one to include in your exotic bets. Number 8, race for fame, showing 88 and rather showing 390 and 23 ringgit.
And the last runner is number 9, Mewtwo. Last start ran in Class 5A, drops now to a Class 5B. Has been improving with every run under the belt in his last 3 starts. Finished over 6 lengths, then 5 lengths, now 3.25 lengths. Has dropped in the ratings, drops in class, and with the weight of just 54 kilograms on the back. Number 9, Mewtwo. A runner that I think can place here. Currently trading at 8 ringgit a place, 90 ringgit a win. So quite good odds on the win side of things, but on the place is quite short in the market. But number 9, Mewtwo, should be a runner that should be included. And take note, obviously number 10, Official, has been withdrawn for the last race of the afternoon, as the runners making their way out onto the course proper for the 7th and final race here at Selangor Turf Club.
We are all going with horse number 7, Mystery Power. I thought with that easy victory, 2.5 lengths in Penang, well, I thought he should repeat that feat. He's still holding on to his winning condition there. And number 2, Be Yourself, blinkers on, trialled on very quietly, but it was a very quiet trial, but I thought he had plenty of hand. And number 4, one for an outside chance, Chino Dinero. Over to you, Bob.
Thanks, Mike. We are unanimous, number 7, so you no need to look other than number 7 here in the last. Mystery Power, trained by Charles Lack for Clyde Lack, is showing 16 and 8 ringgit. Next pick is number 1, Style of Dragon, who has been a consistent runner last 3 starts and should run another good race here, 54.8. And number 2, Be Yourself. Be Yourself, a winner in 21 starts with Bernardo Pinheiro lending a hand for the first time. Be Yourself, trained by H.Y. Cheng, should be a very good proposition in the final race here at Kuala Lumpur. So 7, 1 and 2. Over to you, Mark.
Thank you, Bob. Sticking with Mystery Power on top to go 2 in a row. Impressive victory at Penang last start. A similar lineup here. Be Yourself has come up as the early favourite, coming off that fast finishing second, going back to the 21st of July. I think it's in with a very good chance, but I've put the 7 on top, Mystery Power, from number 1, Style of Dragon. He's on the quick back up. He ran 3rd to Straight and Narrow as a beaten odds-on favourite here 6 days ago. And the last time he won, Mystery Power came 3rd in that same race, and that was over 1,300 metres going back to the 7th of July. But I think Mystery Power is going a lot better, and with 2 runs under its belt, this preparation I think can win over the 1, Style of Dragon. 2, Be Yourself, 7, 1, 2. My selections in race 7.
Those are the selections of our commentator upstairs, Mark. My selections for the final race, the exact same as Bob and Mark. They're all in the same camp here, in the same order of 7, 1 and 2. Number 7, Mystery Power, the former Singapore galloper, making his 3rd local start here in Malaysia, is on top for me. Last start beat Chief of Army in quite a convincing manner, and certainly shows that he is more than capable of following up that win with another one here at the KL circuit in a Class 5B. Went up £5 that last win. For me, I think he's going to take a power beating once again here. And number 7, Mystery Power, will spearhead the attack into the last race, followed by number 1, Style of Dragon. Now, the interesting thing about Style of Dragon, ran last week, 6 days ago, but there was plenty of betting support for him on that occasion. There certainly is something there about him, and he could be the one to challenge number 7, Mystery Power. He was back last time from 55s into 9s, and was beaten into 3rd by Straight and Arrow, who was quite a convincing winner on that occasion. So respect for number 1, Style of Dragon, the drop in class, and can feature here, followed by number 2, Be Yourself, another class dropper. Last start ran in a Class 5A, now in a Class 5B. Bernardo Pinheiro, the jockey aboard, of course, he opened up the meeting. Will he be able to close off the meeting and end up with the treble on the cards? And last start beaten by RS Park into that 2nd placing. Only finished half a length behind and was wide throughout, so certainly a bit of excuses. And there was betting support for him as well, and he drops in distance by 200 metres. So number 2, Be Yourself, should be right there in the thick of things. 7-1-2 for the lucky last year at the Selangor Turf Club. Don't forget, we've got racing back here tomorrow with a 9-race card on the program. Certainly looks to be a great day of racing ahead. To all our viewers, thank you so much for joining in. And the lights should be flashing shortly for the starters up. And the general consensus here amongst all the presenters and commentators, 7-1-2. But a lot of support for number 7, Mystery Power, currently trading at 12 ringgit to win and 7 a place as the starters up. So the runners are still milling about behind the starting stall, so we'll give Mark a bit of time until the runners start to load up. So the favourite currently is number 2, Be Yourself. Bernardo Pinheiro aboard, 9 ringgit to win, 6 ringgit a place. A lot of support for number 7, Mystery Power, who's looking to back up his last win. Currently trading at odds of 12 ringgit to win and 7 ringgit a place. Then it's a big jump to the 3rd favourite, number 1, Style of Dragon, who found all the support last week, now trading at big odds of 46 ringgit to win and 7 ringgit a place. Then it's 50 ringgit to win about number 3, Darcy, who's recently relocated from Singapore to KL, and he's trading at 8 ringgit a place as well. The rest of the field, number 9, is the only next runner that's in double-digit figures at 95 ringgit to win and 13 ringgit a place, and that's about Mew 2, with that weight of just 54 in the back. I think can finish in the first 4, and the rest of the field, well, they're pretty much in triple figures for the last race of the afternoon. as the runners are still milling about behind the starting stalls. Mark, we'll hand up to you for the last time this afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, Devon, thank you. We're back for a 9-race program. Selangor Turf Club tomorrow, the first at 1:15 p.m. local time. And this is the last for the Saturday meeting, the last of 7 on the course A. And the favourite looks to be a match between the 2 and the 7. The local punters have singled these two runners out. Be Yourself was back in the placings last start and finished on gamely in the race won by R.S. Parker. That was over the 1,600 metres. He drops back to the 1,400. Be Yourself. He's only had the one win from 21 starts locally, but last start indicating that he might have recaptured his better form. And Bernardo Pinheiro, who is in top form, he is coming off a double so far today in the first 2 races and looking to cap it off with a winning treble here in the lucky last. And the late mail is going with number 7 Mystery Power, the co-favourite Mystery Power for Clyde Leck and Charles Leck, and the last start Penang winner. It's on 10 for the win. It's the new favourite actually, Mystery Power, ahead of number 7 Be Yourself, who's now 12 on the win line. And the third pick is number 1 Style of Dragon on the 6-day backup. He's on 34. He was a beaten favourite last start, but you are receiving much better odds this afternoon there for the toppy. And then we've got 66-0 for the former Singapore galloper Darcy, resuming for the Richard Lyons camp, and Darcy is on 66-0 and is first up since mid-June. Final race of the day, race number 7. So far as multiple winners are concerned, we've mentioned Bernardo Pinheiro with a winning double, and also jockey A.K. Lim with 2 winners for the afternoon. So far as the trainers are concerned, Wayne Lim produced a double with Mage and also Golden Pegasus continuing his rich vein of form in winning the Supreme B contest this afternoon. And, of course, taking on the older horses this afternoon and winning quite comfortably. The loading procedure commencing for race number 7. So the favourite now back into 10 and 6 is for number 2, Be Yourself. So these two horses continue to swap around so far as favouritism is concerned, and Mystery Power is now 12 for the win. But the 2 and the 7 really dominating the market here for race 7 as Chino De Niro moves forward. And Chino De Niro, first up since the 5th of May, coming off the 3-month spell. The last race over 1,400 metres. Once again, it's on the long course. As Race for Fame for Au Chavez about to move up. Of course, Oscar aboard the horse when it won 3 starts ago. Their Race for Fame. Now at 11 years of age. Now Shangani will be the next one to load. No, turned away. In fact, it might be Yourself. It is. So Be Yourself about to come forward for B. Pinheiro. Be Yourself from the H.Y. Cheng operation. As they continue to move up. Mystery Power, the last start winner, about to move into line but has backed away. Mystery Power. And it goes forward. So we've got a field of 9 repeating the late scratching of number 10 Official on Vet's advice, plus the emergencies coming out 11 and 12 as Darcy goes forward. So Supremo Lex, Shangani's out of line. Shangani donning the blindfold, and the other horse to move up will be Mewtwo. Supremo Lex goes forward, draws the outside gate. Mewtwo about to come up for Lili D'Souza. Shangani to move forward. And we are not far off a start for the final race of the day. Race number 7. This is the B division of the Class 5. And they're still working upon Shangani. Set to go. Racing. And Chino De Niro flew the start, went straight to the lead from Style of Dragon, Race for Fame ridden forward as well, Be Yourself and Mewtwo the rail. Supremo Lex is rushing around the outside also, Mystery Power drifting back with Shangani and Darcy back on the rail. Supremo Lex is working overtime from that wide barrier and eventually crosses Chino De Niro, and Be Yourself is placed handily in the run there by Pinero. Behind those there, Race for Fame just ahead from Shangani, still caught off the track, but moving forward 3 deep, and they were followed behind those as they work up to the bend is Mewtwo, and they were followed in turn then as they come up to the bend. Dropping out there a fair way back is Darcy, and they were followed in turn there by Mystery Power, who has to come from last to be in the finish, and Style of Dragon is just ahead around the turn at the 500, and now Supremo Lex is tackled by Chino De Niro. Shangani is winding up out deeper, so is Be Yourself, but in the meantime Chino De Niro below the 400 metres has booted clear from Style of Dragon, sneaking up on the inside. Here comes Darcy winding up out deeper, Be Yourself, and further back to Mewtwo, Supremo Lex. Now here comes Darcy. Darcy levels up and grabs the lead from Chino De Niro. Out wider Be Yourself, but it's Darcy. First up from Singapore, Darcy gets the job done. Darcy wins from Be Yourself, third Chino De Niro, and out wider Mystery Power. Followed by Supremo Lex, Style of Dragon, and then came Mewtwo. Race for Fame knocked up in the run. Shangani the tail ender. So Darcy wins the last. First up for the Richard Lyons stable, and ridden by S. Zulfikri. 94 for the win and 15 the place. The former Singapore galloper, first up since June. He's come from a fair way back too. He was last on settling, but he has pulled clear and he's put the issue beyond doubt. Chino De Niro, not a bad effort, second up. Has run the Q spot. Not a great deal of racing room there towards the finish. Be Yourself looking a little bit one-paced up the home straight. There was late support there for Style of Dragon. He was absolutely crunched into favourite prior to the jump, but he was very uncomfortable a fair way out, and the 6-day backup not in his favour this afternoon as we stand by for the numbers after race 7. But Darcy has produced the goods, first up here in the country. That's his second career win, and his only other victory was recorded back in July of last year. So the 5-year-old Darcy winning for trainer Richard Lyons and the Rich Uncle stable, and ridden by S. Zulfitri as we stand by for the minors. And I think we've got the 4 in for second there. Chino De Niro from memory. Will stand by for the numbers to be confirmed. In fact, number 2 is second, Be Yourself, just ahead of number 4, Chino De Niro. And 4th is 7, Mystery Power, who was out deep on the track, as we stand by for the numbers after race 7. So the winner, Darcy, 94 for the win, 15 the place. 2 lengths the winning margin. It was 2 by a half with a nectar 4th in 124.8. 124.8 the time. We've got the replay coming up. Set to go. Racing. And Chino De Niro flew the start, went straight to the lead from Style of Dragon. Race for Fame ridden forward as well. Be Yourself and Mewtwo the rail. Supremo Lex is rushing around the outside also. Mystery Power drifting back with Shangani. And Darcy back on the rail. Supremo Lex is working overtime from that wide barrier and eventually crosses Chino De Niro. And Be Yourself is placed handily in the run there by Pinero. Behind those there, Race for Fame just ahead from Shangani, still caught off the track, but moving forward 3 deep, and they were followed behind those as they work up to the bend is Mewtwo, and they were followed in turn then as they come up to the bend. Dropping out there a fair way back is Darcy, and they were followed in turn there by Mystery Power, who has to come from last to be in the finish, and Style of Dragon is just ahead around the turn at the 500, and now Supremo Lex is tackled by Chino De Niro. Shangani is winding up out deeper, so is Be Yourself, but in the meantime Chino De Niro below the 400 metres has booted clear from Style of Dragon, sneaking up on the inside. Here comes Darcy winding up out deeper. Be Yourself and further back to Mewtwo, Supremo Lex. Now here comes Darcy. Darcy levels up and grabs the lead from Chino De Niro. Out wider Be Yourself. But it's Darcy. First up from Singapore. Darcy gets the job done. Darcy wins from Be Yourself. Third Chino De Niro. And out wider Mystery Power. Followed by Supremo Lex, Style of Dragon. And then came Mewtwo. Race for Fame knocked up in the run. So the all clear is coming through after race number 7. It's all clear and right to pay. Margins 2 by a half with a nectar fourth. And Darcy winning the last in 124.3. So resuming from the spell, first up in Malaysia, Darcy wins the final race. Correct weight on race 7. Those numbers are 3, 2, 4 and 7. And we've got the tote dividends on race 7. Number 3, Darcy, the winner, 94 and 25. Be Yourself, 9. Chino De Niro, 32. Quinella has paid 35. The QPs, 2 and 3 paid 5. 3 and 4, 34. 2 and 4, 22.0. Trifecta, 966. The trio, 103. And there were no winners on the forecast 4. Just checking the exacta dividend. The 3-2 exacta has paid 120. So Darcy, Be Yourself, Chino De Niro, Mystery Power, Supremo Lex, Style of Dragon, Mewtwo, Race for Fame and Shangani. That's the completed placings after race 7, and that just about takes us away for another big day of racing from Selangor Turf Club. We're back tomorrow to do it all again with a 9-race program commencing at 1:15 p.m. And I'll join you along with the rest of the commentary team, including Bob Tana, Magdalene Tan, Devon Pretorius. And this is Mark Littymore signing off, wishing you all the best. Have a good night, everyone. Bye for now.